Well, hello, my darlings. Hello, hello. I do hope you are having a most wonderful Wednesday. And if not, we endeavour to change that. Certainly, my beautiful face will help. Today, we are playing a little bit more City Skylines. I had such a marvellous time last week. Not last week, on Monday. Playing some of this, and I just had to get a bit more. Because our lovely town of Saffton has just come together so beautifully. It's very small, and it's not making much money, but it is pretty. And you know, that's sometimes all that matters, is the aesthetic. Hello, spiritual. Good afternoon, my dear. Thank you. I do like to think I'm rather bright today. I mean, all the lights are probably helping. And you know, that dewy natural look. Hello, Trippy. Hello, hello. So, I spent a little bit of time in-game, off-stream, just kind of polishing things up. So let me sort of get the game going. Not that fast, and we can sort of have a tour here. So I've expanded out the elementary school. I've given it an extension wing right here. And I've created these lovely little neighbourhoods back here. And this is all just part of Greater Saffton. It's nothing too special that I did. Just sort of made some small tweaks and let the money tick up, because it takes a while at the early part of the game. As you might be able to hear, Hermes is here with me. She's very big on city planning. So I spent some time sort of judging my next move. So the new update to City Skylines adds a pretty hefty maintenance fee to new tiles. So that's why we haven't actually bought any yet. We have 42 permits sitting here, but it's very expensive for us to expand. And as such, I've been very, very cautious. So I was looking at the new places we can expand to, and this area over here has a good amount of coal, which is, of course, what we're running our power plant on right now. So if I bring this up here, natural resources, there is coal there. It's hidden by the fertile land. So as you can see, there's natural resources literally everywhere. Everywhere. And that's actually a bit of an issue for us, because the new tile maintenance mechanic judges how much to charge you for maintenance based on how many resources are on the plot. So if we start snapping up territories with lots of resources, like if we were to buy up here, get the 2 territories that we need here, that's going to be 116,000 credits every month. And even just the upfront cost is going to be half the money we have. And we're just not making enough money to fund that. So as much as I really want to start a new city over here, because my goal is to make a bunch of small cities and link them together, I think for now we need to remain close by. So I've looked over here and I thought, what we can do, because we need a lot more people, is we can expand out here and sort of move our logging operations out to around here. This will all be near the train tracks, so we'll be able to build a nice sort of area for the trains eventually. And then we can start taking all these logging territories here and turning them into residential, so it's all sort of part of Saffton. You'd move there if I fix the internet. Well, good news for you, darling. We've fixed the internet. Reliable internet service is a positive now. We've fixed the internet. All we needed was like one tower, a radio mast. That's it. So it's all fixed now. In fact, the crime issues are fixed mostly as well. I managed to slowly climb up the budget, even on the police. Ugh. The education budget is still a little on the low side, actually, so let's bring that up to 100%. For now. But fire and rescue, police, it's all at 100 right now. Everything's quite good. We're operating at full efficiency. And we're making profit. So, now seems like a really good time for us to expand. So we're going to expand out this direction, as I said, first and foremost. We have a road here already, so let's just sort of Okay, so overlapping items, that's not ideal. What if we turn on anarchy? That does not look good at all. I can fix that road after. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, let's fix it right now, because the people are going to complain if we don't. And I think this might be the only way in and out of Saffton Farms. So, let's just... There we go. Lovely. So we'll continue Grave Street out in this direction. We're just going to expand it, because the country road, look, it's just not taking me home. As it should. Let's get rid of this one forestry department too, for now. Lovely. So Grove Street's continuing on very nicely. Let's just drag it up this way, and now we're going to buy up these tiles. Now this is going to be relatively expensive, but even so, we can afford that. We can budget that. What we do need eventually is this. So this tile here has coal. As you can see, it's going to dramatically increase the costs. But we will get it eventually. Right now, we're just going to buy these 4 tiles here. And it's going to really impact our income, as you can see. That's fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We're still making a profit at least, so we don't have to rush. Although that profit might not last. Can we get this around here? I think we can. How's that look? I mean, it's close enough. But I'm going to build a road off of here, and we're going to start putting more forestry over there. Let's start with a gravel road. It doesn't need to be anything fancy at this moment. Is there any particular reason why that's going to have an issue? It's not overlapping in the slightest, actually, I think you'll find. I think you'll find there is no overlap there, but sure. Let's just delete that street. Ah, you know what? It must have been the power lines. They really don't work out well for us. So how is everyone feeling today? I'm having a wonderful day. It's raining here, and I bloody love the rain. Especially in the summer. There's nothing quite like a summer rain. Is that... No, that's not affecting the power in the slightest. Let's just get rid of these cables here. They're not helping. Good day to be a frog or a duck. Yes, truly. Unfortunately, I'm neither of those things, but... Oh no. Okay, the loss of profit has begun. So let's very quickly build ourselves a road out here, and we'll start putting some more forestry here. Voxy! Oh my! It's our anniversary! How exciting! Thank you ever so for resubscribing with your Prime for a whole year thus far. Goodness gracious, I am so appreciative. And how lovely it's been to have you all this time. How are you doing, my dear? How is your day going? We'll just turn all of this back into a lumberyard. That's fine. At least for now. Alright, excellent. And now another lumberyard. Where can we put one of those? I mean, we could put one right next to it, actually, so let's do that. Why the devil not, at the end of the day? We'll bring it over to here. Sort of keep it right next to the waterfront. There we go. And we'll just you know, follow the river. I don't know if this means they're going to start growing trees in the water, but it's fine. Actually, there's a cliff there, so we don't want to go along the cliff. We want to go over it. There we are. Now, I think the main issue we're going to have is we do not have enough people to fill these jobs. That's kind of a serious problem. So I think the first thing, we need to start cutting some of these, the forestry locations over here and start filling them with housing. Trying to decide whether to apply for a promotion or not. Well, you absolutely should, darling. Because whether you get it or not, at least you know you're qualified. That's exciting. It's always worth trying. Alright, let's put another little forestry department right over here. Hello, Cabbage! Hello! How are we doing today? As you can see, we're playing more cities, so if you didn't manage to get all your laundry done on Monday, you have another opportunity today. Hermes, please. Life is okay. You don't need to stress so much. You're just a pigeon. What do you have to worry about? I think she was confused by that question. She doesn't know how to respond to it. There we go. She found her voice again. Okay, let's go over here, and there we are. Another logging facility. So we can go over here now, and we can start getting rid of this particular logging facility. We're going to build more over here. Salutations to you as well, Moongrove Witch. Welcome, my dear. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Cities is the best for chores, but you have to work, so you're washing dogs rather than clothes. Oh goodness. Well, hopefully they they are as cooperative as the clothes. Probably not, but you know, you can hope. Is this going to destroy all of my plants? I think it just did. No, actually, they're fine. Wonderful. I tried to say lovely and wonderful at the same time. Didn't work out. Alright, so let's go up here. And now, again, much to the chagrin of some, we are continuing to build grids. Just for now, at least. Can we turn this into like a regular road? That's good. Wonderful. And now we can sort of go about there. That's going to how deep is this block going to be? This block is going to be, well, for one thing, it's not really proper. Okay, that's not good. That is a bad block. Terrible block. It doesn't help that it's dark. I can't see a bloody thing I'm doing. Also, is that straight? I guess it probably is, but it just doesn't look it. Can I? Okay, let's bring that straight up there. Alright, they're really close to connecting. Unfortunately, we do have this over here, so let's just get rid of this right now. Because it's kind of just making things unnecessarily complicated. Can I don't want to turn off the day-night cycle, I just wish that it wasn't nighttime. Everyone's so happy with the education system as it is. Okay, we're losing money still. Let's go over here and we'll zone some more housing. So again, we want to keep with what we've been doing. So European row housing along there. That's fine. Might be a bit too long, especially if we want to carry this path along. Let's grab the path, as it is here. Lovely. Alright, so we have a path. So let's try and make these houses work. We'll go 4 deep, actually, with these. Because we're going to have plenty of space in between them. Plenty. Oh yes, we need more workers. More workers to build our empire. But very important, of course, we want these workers to be able to walk anywhere. Walking workers. Mostly because we don't have a good, a good public transit system. Or any public transit system. Okay, that's atrocious. Not happy with how these streets are turning out. Again, would probably be much easier to do this if I were to wait for daytime. All my selfies have been looking so sun-kissed. Well, thank you for noticing, darling. I do spend a lot of time outside in the sun. Slathered in sunscreen, of course, but I do love the sun, and the sun loves me, generally. I don't burn very much. It's been quite nice getting to spend so much time outside. Today, again, it is raining, so this is like the first time I've been home stuck in quite some time. Alright, can I just speed things up? Actually, it's a bad time to speed things up, because we're still losing money. So let's not do that. Instead, what if we just built, like, that? I don't like that. Okay, what about we go from here all the way up to here? That's a little bit better. I can work with that. I think. One thing I'm going to have to do definitely though, we're going to go over here, we're going to build... So this kind of path building actually is just to make sure that the grid lines up. So I don't plan on keeping these paths. They're too close to the road. The sidewalk fills that purpose. But what it has done is it's kind of forced the zoning to change. So we can go back here, and we could zone all this, again, European, medium density, row housing, 3 deep on each side. And hopefully that helps flesh out the population. You like the outside concept, but you have the complexion of a vampire. I mean, that's one of those self-fulfilling things, though. I'm very pasty, but if I spend enough time outside, that changes. It's all about making sure you're careful with time outside, though. Very easy to burn if you're not. Alright, so all these people are starting to move out this way, or at least all the industries. There's no demand for it, which is a bit of a problem. So we need more people to move in. Now these single-family homes, we can't have that. That's incredibly inefficient. Let's get rid of that. No single-family housing around here. Instead, we'll get some European medium density. And then we'll put a little bit of row housing up along there. Now, as you can see, we're having garbage issues. We don't actually have our own sanitation engineers at this point, which is not good. We need to get that eventually. You keep doing the traditional mom thing of sunscreening when you go outside, then staying out way long and burning anyhow. I mean, I can certainly understand that, because it is, once you get outside in the nice weather, it can be very hard to go back in. Very hard to drag yourself back inside on a nice day. I certainly don't like doing it. That's why we were on time with the stream today, because I couldn't spend any time outside. I actually did go outside. And I attempted to collect some berries in the rain. Did not work very well. Right, we've got these footpaths. I want to do a footpath here as well. This one's going to be quite wide though. Well, that's fine actually, because once we have the space down here, we could put a building in here. So once again, we'll grab this European medium density, just 2 blocks wide there. There's no blocks to zone over here though. Oh god, the money is still just flooding away from us. It's really not ideal. We need these houses to start filling in so some of these jobs can be filled. So while we're doing all that, let's just go down here. I'm noticing this is like right along the waterfront, so I can build. I can't. What if I go anarchy and then I build as a key? Can I do that? Not really. Right, but I will build a key here eventually. I think that'll be nice. Alright, can we get some housing in here now? Hurry up. Hurry up, you asked for housing for so long, I gave it to you. And now you're just taking way too long building it all. Let's put, again, like a nice 4-block wide there. Actually, no, we want these to sit sort of right near the ends of these paths. So let's do that instead. That'll be nice. And this can go 1 block further this way. I think that works. Come on. Figure it out. I need the money. Give me money. We do have some beautiful apartment buildings that have built up now, though. These medium density ones. They're really quite nice. This is a tier 5 at this point, so there's a lot of happy people living in these. Likewise over here. These beautiful buildings. It's all quite nice. Very charming neighbourhood. I would like to get some of these motor vehicles out of here. But the problem is, we can't do that until we get buses. And we can't afford buses right now. Can't afford anything right now. Alright, so we're going to want to get rid of, I think there's another forestry thing right around here somewhere. I actually can't tell where it is. But we're going to want to build over there, so we will get rid of it. Up here, it's a fairly gradual hill, so I think we can build on it. And I think we will. I think we're going to come up close to the waterfront, but again, I kind of want it to be daytime before I do that. Maybe we do just fast forward a little bit. See how things flesh out. Because again, I can't bloody see. I can't bloody see anything. Right, people are coming into the city. That's good. I'm just going to put this along here. There we go. A little bit more density. Okay, so the forest is over here. I don't know where it starts. I guess right there? Maybe. Yes, that must be it. Oh no, it's over here. This is where the forest starts. So again, we're going to just take all this territory today. What I would really like to do, actually, this road here, which is quite askew, Fairview Street, we're going to straighten it out along here, bring it to about there, and then we're going to attempt to curve it along the waterfront up to, to Willow here. Yes. So that will all be a nice slope, a nice curve there. And that will carry all the way up to here, this road. So we want to do that, but we kind of want to wait until we're making a little bit of money first, probably. Maybe not. I guess it doesn't matter too much, does it? Alright, fine. I've convinced myself. There's crime happening here anyhow, so let's just get rid of it. No more crime for you. Steelsaurus. No thanks. Alright, we'll actually pause for a moment here. We're going to get rid of that farm as well. Sure. And Fairview Street can be brought down. We're going to tweak this whole thing. This is not generally what you would do. If you were a city planner. Because, of course, this is very destructive. Let's go from about here. And we're trying to connect with... Is that Willow there? Yes. Alright, now I think we want to be going to the north part of Willow. Am I correct in that? Alright, now over here we have a little bit of a steep curve actually, so let's just drag that out. Let's turn Anarchy off as well. Okay, never mind, we have to remove all this. Let's just get rid of it. Bugger off. Was that? I mean, we can just, I guess, cut this back some more. There we go. There we are. That's a nice curve. And now this connects all the way across. Which I realise is actually, that's in the wrong place. Bugger! Alright, we actually have to connect it on this side. So let's get just a little nub here, which will help us straighten things out. There we are. Lovely. Okay, the curve has been re-established. I'm not fond of it in the slightest. So let's get rid of both of those. 180 degrees. Down here, that's what's important. 180 degrees, and it's lining up with the middle of that. There we are. Now that's a curve. Fairy Bites, my darling! Oh, how good it is to see you. It has been aeons. How are we doing? I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to upgrade this road all the way along now, because, frankly, I think it's time. I think we want... Okay, so this is going to be where things get a little bit tricky. So, thankfully we do have Move It, which is not helpful there, actually. What if we delete that? No? Okay, we're just going to have to redo all these paths, I think. I think that's just what's going to have to happen here. You could stay there. You could stay there for now. So let's just, again, keep going this way, and we're going to expand out this road, because this is one of our major arteries. And then let's relocate this medical clinic. You might notice this is a much larger medical clinic than we had last time. I did expand it. I got the larger version. The same with the police station and I don't think the fire station, but everything else. Alright, we can have that be four wide up till about there, where it turns into a mess. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that mess. Okay, now let's fix everything. Let's bring this back over here. Lovely. We'll have to tweak it all a little bit later, make it look nice. Now, we go back over here. Can we turn off the zoning, please? It's very, very confusing. I can't bloody see anything. Okay, fine. Let's just work with what we know, which is there is a row of trees there, and we don't want to knock down any of those. And we do want to bring it... Yes, perfect. There we go. That's good. We fixed it. Alright, next one. Where is the bloody next one? Over here. Okay, that's too far over. There we go. And likewise over here, a little bit too far over. We don't want to be knocking down the trees if we can help it. There we go. That does not look ideal there, does it? What has happened here? Can you... Good lord, that looked atrocious. Alright. Can I maybe fix this all with a little bit of fancy finagling? There we go. That's a little bit better. I'd say that's better. Thank you for the reminder, Trippy. I shall take a little drink here. I hope everyone else out there shall do the same. So these buildings are going to rebuild. They're going to be much smaller than before. That's fine by me. We've now got this all connected up. I think I'm going to get rid of Fairview Street here altogether. Maybe not altogether. We'll keep that little nubbins. Actually, yeah, let's get rid of all that. Bugger it. This is all going to be residential. We're moving all of the forestry up here. I think that's a smart move, personally. Okay. Same with forestry there, but I am actually going to keep this forestry for a bit, because right now it's providing a good buffer area for the people of northern Saffton. Well, I guess, is this southern? I don't actually know. If we look at the map, which way is north? I guess that's north. But we can turn it. And there's no legend. Which way does the sun rise? I guess we're going to have to watch that. That's the only way we can tell. Because I have no idea which way is north otherwise. But either way, this provides a good little buffer zone. Alright, so Cedar Street here and Fairview Street. I think Fairview's actually on an angle, which is just not acceptable. So actually, let's get rid of all this. You know what? The farmland can go as well. There's no industrial demand right now, which is, it's not ideal, but it simply is the case. There's no industrial demand. So let's just keep building houses, I think, because that's what the demand is right now. Alright, nice straight road there. Later on, I think we're going to jig this road slightly over, but currently there is some forestry right there, and we don't want to mess with that. Let's just, again, pull this forward. I'm just going to bring this just straight across for the moment. And then what we're going to do, we're going to build like a little community right here. Right in the nubbin. But again, we're going to need to do some terraforming for that. It's going to be expensive. I want to make sure we're making a profit before I start fiddling around with things such as that. So this intersection is going to be pretty high traffic, so I think it might be sensible to build ourselves some medium density here. Again, we'll go through, we'll get rid of all these small houses. Over here, again, EU medium density. And then we'll put a strip of row houses right there. Nubbington. City of Nubbins. Right, citizen happiness is increasing. We're losing quite a lot of money. What's costing us the most? Service upkeeps, I guess. Now, tile upkeep is very expensive as well, so what's costing us so much service-wise? Electricity, are we importing it again? Maintenance and resources. So I think that's because we don't have any coal of our own. Is there somewhere over here just a little tiny patch of coal? There is a patch of coal right here, right across the highway. I think that's going to be enough coal, not the highway, the railroad rather. I think that's going to be enough coal for us to justify expanding in that direction. Oh, good. And there we go, we got a nice chunk of money, which will help mitigate the fact that we're losing horrible, horrible quantities of money right now. It's just absurd how much money we're losing. Let's build ourselves a little road alongside the railroad. We can go over here and we can give an access road from here. So let's adjust this. This way we don't have to cut across the, exceed city limits? What the hell are you talking about, exceed city limits? Oh, right, because there's those things in there. Okay, well, we won't worry about that. We'll just pull this all back. You know what? There we go. That's perfect. And we'll build a road that connects from there. And then follows along the side of the highway. Alright, now, a lovely oil field, or not an oil field, a coal mine. That's it, not an oil field. To turn off anarchy, because otherwise it will let me build outside my property, which I don't really want. I feel like that's going to ruin things. Turn off snapping as well, because that's just frustrating. Alright. There we go. What the hell do you mean overlapping? Ah, I see. Because I was in anarchy mode when I first started building, it overlapped a little bit and is now not letting me finish. That's fine. Let's just try that again. This is going to help us financially quite a bit. We will no longer have to import coal, which is quite the boon, really, when you think about it. Doesn't look nice though, it looks terrible. But you know, that's what a mine is. Doesn't look very nice. Let's hope this sorts out some of our financial problems. Because I don't think this factory is making enough. It's running at a pretty poor efficiency. It's because of the piled up garbage. So we do need to actually worry about probably sanitation, like, right now? A landfill. Where can we build a landfill? This doesn't create air pollution, does it? So if we were to build this landfill, sort of out here in the forest. No, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we build the landfill just sort of off of Fond Street here. Sure. There's a good idea. Let's just build ourselves a nice access road here. We probably only need the one access road. It's not going to be that bloody busy. Alright. Let's build ourselves. What is this? Empty. No, we don't want to empty. We want to expand. It's hideous. It's atrocious, and we don't like it. But we are going to need this for a little while. Eventually we'll try and move it. Oh dear, that's going into the water. Let's not infect the water supply. With garbage. Right, now hopefully this will increase the efficiency of, like, everything. Because they'll no longer be worrying about all the piled up garbage. Our friendly neighborhood sanitation engineers are collecting it up and bringing it all over here. There we go. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay. Now that, again, it's a huge expense. That. Look at that. That's very expensive. But hopefully that will improve the overall city. There are some medical issues over here. I think I'm going to expand Saffton Farms slightly. Can I not just grab it by the corner? No, okay. If I grab that, how's that? I can't bloody grab it. Exceeds city limits. That doesn't make any sense. It absolutely does not exceed city limits, but sure, let's turn on anarchy, because anarchy is sometimes just useful. Sometimes this game just doesn't want to work properly, and anarchy is the best way to fix that. Alright, so this is now all part of Saffton Farms. We can separate it out later. But that means that it's going to get some service coverage. Very important, because these buildings were not actually incorporated anywhere. Right, we still need workers. Hermes, please stop walking on my keyboard. You need to behave yourself. Is that water? Oh no, that's just shadows. I thought perhaps there was water running along there. That would have been bad. Oh, okay. We could start building off of Myrtle Street here. We're going to build an expanded sort of cul-de-sac area. That's going to be... Let's go in by one. We don't need to reach that at all. Let's go straight as well. There we are. Alright, that's too far. We want... That's going to be too small. That's going to be too uneven. That's 6 by 6, so if we just go one more, because we want 7. There we go. That's not straight. Bugger. That's not straight. What's that about? $90. That seems... I mean, I think that's probably fine. What if I just put a nice path down here, and a nice path right here, and then one that just sort of goes down the middle. Excellent. I can get rid of these two. I don't need those. Wonderful. Okay, those are pretty similar now. I'm happy with that. Let's do some... where is it? The North American row housing as well. Just so we get some variety around here. Over here, we'll keep it European. Okay. Excellent. That'll all fill in. And I can actually expand this out a little bit further. Again, 90 degrees. That's perfect. 7 blocks wide. And let's go right down the middle here, as before. That is no good. Why is that not zoning over here? What if I go like this? Okay, that works. We've fixed it. Okay, that's a little bit wonky. I don't really like that. We can fix that though. We can make it work. There we are. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh, this is buggered up again though. That's no good. Alright, so let's zone all this. Again, this can all be North American. I'm going to get rid of those. And I'm actually going to put those as North American as well. So we have a lot more population coming in here. Still not much industrial demand, which is kind of concerning. Just mildly. Alright, also we're going to want some medium density buildings here. Let's go 2 by 2, or 2 by 3 rather. There. Let's actually... There we go. And then we'll just fill that in right here. And does this connect with here? That's an important question. Does this connect with over here? Because I would love for this to build up. We're going to go over here. We're going to build a couple footpaths that just connect here with here. Lovely. Likewise over here. If you want to go up through there, that's fine. I'm also going to go like that. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Lovely. That's not good though. We don't want any pedestrian paths going up here. So we want to bring it close, but not so close that it crosses the road. This is a major road. We don't really want to slow down the traffic there. If people want to cross, they can go down here. This is a completely pedestrian neighborhood, of course, so that's a different story. The sewers are backing up. Again, not great. Again, we are losing so much money, it's kind of hard to justify spending money on sewers. Is there a particular... Okay, so industrial demand's rather low because of taxes. If we lower industrial taxes just a smidge, like down to... That's going to really hurt us financially. We can maybe raise the residential tax rate just slightly. No, we won't do that either. Let's see how much that's hurting us. It is hurting us quite dramatically, but we are seeing demand start to climb back up, which is pretty important. Until demand climbs, we can't really do much. Let's go over here and we'll just put just a little bit of industrial right there. This is going to blow pollution over the city. That's fine. We'll make do. We will make do. And likewise, we'll do some more over here. I wish we could designate these and say, I want this only to be stuff that's working with the logging nearby. We can't do that, I don't think. We could do that in previous games, but it's not an option currently. Of course, there's a lot of crime over here because Saffton has not been expanded to incorporate all of this, and as such, there's nobody policing the area. I never really had an issue with crime before this patch, but I guess the new Economy 2.0 is a little bit more crime heavy. You know, it's worth noting, the people here are a little bit poorer than they usually are in my cities, because we don't have much money. You know, we're struggling quite a bit. So let's go over here, and again we'll squeeze in some more high density right there on both sides. Lovely. As before, we'll build nice, large, medium density. Then we're going to go with these North American style row homes. Never played the game. It is on sale. You might get the game or something else. Steam Summer Sale. I mean, it is a very fun game. I do adore it, personally. I could play cities for hours and hours on end. I'm going to put right here a medium density building, I think. That's fine on this road. I don't want the low density ones, but I think medium density is fine. Let's go over here, and we will make this also all row homes. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. We've got a signature building. Baltar Pines. Now again, I really don't understand the signature buildings in the row home set, because they're so much bigger that they don't look like row buildings anymore. They can't be put in wall to wall with the other buildings. It just doesn't look right. So I'm not certain why they designed it that way. Have I tried a bake sale? I don't know if it's going to raise enough money to balance the budget, seeing as how we are losing 88,000 a month. What can we cut? Healthcare and deathcare? You know what? It's going back down to 80%. Same with... what else is very expensive? I mean, we've cut the electricity bill a little bit. So that's good. We're not importing any, at least. We could definitely lower the police budget, but the police budget isn't very high. And we do actually have some crime issues, so maybe we keep the police budget as it is. I don't want to raise the taxes on people. I really would rather not, but we can't afford to lower them either. So, we're going to make do. Alright. Money's still coming in, slowly but surely. Now the question is, they're not doing particularly well. See, I want these to start leveling up. They are at least, how do they level up? It's just about the wealth, I suppose. So, we have to make this area wealthier. So definitely we don't want to raise the taxes. Corporate taxes. We don't really have much in the way of, these are our offices here. It's a very small, very labor-focused city. So we don't really have much we could do. It's all just manual workers here. There's not really any corporations to tax. But it's alright. We can make the money up. Let's just keep working on... We have all this area now. We need to come through here. Let's do a curve right there, around this rock. Lovely. And let's make just a bunch of tree production. Some forestry all around here. So we'll build... I do eventually want to build like a nice railroad over here with a cargo terminal. But we're not going to do that right now. So let's build a nice little grid here. It doesn't need to be anything too fancy. Lovely. And we will put over here, again, just some more industry. Plenty of industry. All through here. And again, we really would prefer it if it was specialised industry, but there's only so much we could do to force that. Right, let's turn anarchy off again. Cargo train track. Generally, the train does that, but alright, let's have another path that goes just right down there. And we can divide up all this forestry. How much money are we losing? We are closing the gap slightly. Let's just sort of grab up this entire region for now. Again, we can make smaller logging camps later. There we go, and another one right here. Maybe we'll bring this right along there, sure. This isn't even a very good area for harvesting, actually. I think I overestimated the value of this region for logging. Well, that's fine. One thing about the logging is they will sort of build up a region over time. So if an area isn't perfectly suitable for logging right now, it's not the end of the world, because they will just they'll start growing trees around there. Oh, and we are making money now. Not much, but we are making money. So the logging over here is going to start slowly bringing up a little bit of profit. And once we have good profit, we can maybe set up a train. But, you know, right now it's mostly just about making sure we're not going broke. Wonderful. So many lovely... Oh wait, we haven't put a logging factory over here yet. Not a factory, a facility. Again, this is not a very good place for it. If you look, there's not many trees. But if we actually do zone it for this, they will just grow the trees for us. Eventually. So we don't need to worry too much. There we go. Let's just sort of climb up the hillside a little bit. There we go. So all this is now going to be logging. And I think that's going to be permanent. Like, we'll make some adjustments to this, but I'm pretty sure this is going to remain logging throughout the entire game. Unless we just move it somewhere else and, you know, put something else around there. I'm not sure. Anyhow, Saffton Farms. Let's bring this in. And you know what, we will. We're just going to grab that. We're going to bring this all in. And we will make this just a farming community over here. And then this other community can be separately marked as Saffton logging or something, where all the lumberjills come to hang out. There's no lumberjacks here in this town, just lumberjills, lots of them. Okay, let's make a new one. We'll incorporate the coal power plant, or the coal, not power plant, the coal mines, quarries, whatever you'd like to call them. We'll incorporate them with the logging as well, just so that we can make sure that they're getting all the resources they need. Oh no, we need to incorporate this as well. So let's just grab up all that. There we go. And now this can be Saffton. There we go. Saffton logging. And that will take a long time. Oh, Trippy's off. Ta for now, darling. That will take a long time before it's really functional, but at least we're making a profit now. So we can wait. We can wait. Things here are slowly coming together. These are still like... Oh, they're almost level 2 actually. Some of them are level 2. Which is interesting because it's quite a walk to the elementary school and the high school, and both of them are full. So you'd think these people would be a lot more frustrated, but they're fine. They're all pleased as punch. Just like Hermes, just sitting here looking at me. Very pleased with herself. Alright, they're still demanding more housing. They're never going to be satisfied. The housing crisis will never end. Alright. I mean, we do have a lot of single-family housing here that we could get rid of. It's like right in the middle of town. We don't really go for single-family housing usually. It's a bit rubbish. I'm wary of expanding at night because I can't bloody see what I'm doing. But at the same time, there we go. That's a little bit of an awkward angle. How's this going to look once I put that through here? I don't like that. Voxy must go and do some science. Best wishes on your science, Voxy. Thank you for joining us. You are always such a treat. Alright, now if I just put across here a footpath, that is going to sort itself out, mostly, at least. Do that, and then this as well. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so we'll go back through here, and again, same as before, we'll just keep going with the North American medium density row housing. It's very much appropriate for this aesthetic that we're going for here. It's practical, it's just perfect. So, we're going to have a lot of that. As before, I'm going to go just like that. Hermes, please. Off my keyboard. Good girl. You know what? There will be a walk path there. Fine. It's a good connection. Maybe I'll put a bridge there, eventually. If this traffic gets really heavy around here, I might put a bridge there. Alright, let's have this down the middle. I think I might be able to make this into a retaining wall, too. Or a... what is it? Elevated? No. No, it must just be the retaining walls. Let's... That looks atrocious. That's just like a canal. It's a gutter. We don't want that. Can I do it with like a key? Maybe I do it with a key. Alright, and that's down here. I mean, if it weren't so dippy, that would actually look good, but it doesn't. Let's not fuss about this too much at the moment. We just need more people. But in the process, I am going to start working on this. So let's turn Anarchy on, because Anarchy is going to allow us to build this without worrying about the water. The game's going to tell us that we are in water right now, and that we can't do anything as a result of that. Actually, it did work for us. Not bad. But no, let's go back a little bit here. I want to level this all out. So let's grab this height here, and we're just going to sort of level it. Just a little bit. Then we'll do the same right here. And as before, just pull that forward a little bit. Okay, not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. But can we go through here now and just... Yes, turn that all into key wall. That's perfect. Absolutely. This whole thing's going to be a key. There we are. It's just on the outside, so, you know, just... We still have zoning on the inside. And now... I want to lower this all. So let's lower the strength here. That is way too strong. Let's just... Can we just... Why is that so strong? Goodness gracious. Okay. Lower that brush strength even further. There we go. Doesn't that look nice, darlings? We'll save that tree. And by save it, I mean we'll delete it. And there we go, we've got like this nice little key here. And we can zone along it, can't we? So let's do that. Let's put, as before, some more medium density... No, not like that, darlings, not like that. Do not go along this main road. In fact, we're going to put that right there. Ooh, that's perfect. That's zoned everything just as we wanted. Lovely. And then I'm going to put a path right here as well. I was kind of hoping that would move that right into the center, but it did not. What if I do this, and then this? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we'll put a park down here later or something. But I'm definitely not going to zone all flippity-gibbet like that. Alright, there we go. Florence Street now is like this beautiful little key that's just sticking out into the water. It cost us a bit of money to do that, but that's fine. I think what I will do here... Let's go over here, and we will also level this terrain. Just about right there. Now we're going to build right here, 3 blocks deep. Lovely. And then I'm going to go right along here and create that. And that's given us a nice key wall. which again, I actually didn't even have to set that as a key, which is perfect. But we will carve in a little bit, just to sort of expose that some more. Lovely. We've done it. Let's just get rid of that tree. The noise that the social feed makes on the right is very reminiscent of Gary's mod. I've not spent much time in Gary's mod. I spent a little bit, so I'm not particularly familiar with it. Oh, maybe we can we... That's perfect. That'll fit in nicely. I think that still actually connects too. It doesn't look like it does, but I'm pretty sure people could walk along that. Lovely. Okay, so this little community here has turned out quite nicely. You only spent like 2,000 hours in it. Goodness gracious. How are we doing today, my dear Key? Oh, we're losing money again, quite steeply, which is not great. Also not expected. I really didn't. I thought we'd be fine by now, but sure. I'm going to get rid of all that, and now we'll just take this and we'll go directly down the middle here. Lovely. And again, right down here. We want to make sure this place is fully walkable. Weather is staying mercifully cool. I have been quite fortunate in that regard myself. We have had... It's raining today, so it's quite nice and cool, but in general, rather nice days. Quite the fan, personally. Wonderful reminder. Thank you, Seafoam. The game does have an autosave feature, but it's not always reliable. It's not on by default, too. If you're playing City Skylines for the first time, make certain that you turn on... I just realised how to fix this whole area, so let's just fix this whole area. Make certain to turn on your autosave. Alright, let's do this. Let's fix this up. So, we've got this path right here. What we need to do is we need to level this terrain out with here. So, let's just quickly do that. Even if that makes it a bit steep along the waterfront, we can deal with that. We have plans. We have methods. Alright, that should do. Now, bring this road out just a little bit more. Make sure it's straight. Now, we want to make certain that there's 3 units all along this. That is not right. So let's just quickly fix that by doing this. There we go. And that always works, it seems. Is that going to knock down all those houses? It is. Okay, so this is just... It's not far enough. We're not far enough yet. There we go. Okay, that should be nice. Alright, and then we can get rid of this footpath here. And this one here, because these ones, their only purpose is just to make sure that things fit properly. Actually, we can put that there. We can put that there. Yes, we can zone this entire block. Well, that's bloody lovely. Now let's go and put this here. There we are. Very nice. You can't trust autosave. Absolutely, darling. Absolutely. It's a terrible shame. This autosave can be catastrophic at times, even. You know, if it makes you save at a very, very inconvenient time. Or it saves for you, rather. So, I think here we're going to once again go 3 back. Perfect. And then we'll put, as before, just a nice row of... Well, not a row, rather, but a nice footpath. Okay, maybe we put the footpath here first. Okay, that's not working. Let's let the zoning come in first. We'll let everything figure itself out, and then we can put it there. We're still losing a disgusting amount of money every hour. But at least the city looks nice, kind of. We're just, you know, claiming this nice little region over here. How are things going here? Lots of crime. That's my fault. Because I did not select this district. There we go. As you can see, we have 99 criminals and only 25 jail cells, which is a bit of an issue. We do need a proper jail at some point, I think, unfortunately. We also need to deal with this traffic. I thought, you know, expanding out this road would have helped, but not really. It's unfortunate. Now, that might be because now this is a two-way road, whereas before it was only one way. And people are starting to utilize this to turn this way. It's just slowing things down. Just a smidge. One thing we could do, actually, is we could just get rid of this road altogether and have people go up to Florence Street right here. Oh my god, wait, this whole thing is Florence. That's a very confusing road. Alright, game. Can you give me some money? Lovely. Let's put right here. We'll put a nice... Oh, we can have high density now. Do we want a high density building? I feel like that's going to kind of ruin the whole aesthetic we've got going here. I'm going to put a medium density, but I'm going to put a fairly large... you know what, just... No. I said a fairly large medium density. I didn't say too small. How about that? There we go. Nice larger medium density building. Apparently there's crime at the landfill. Somebody stole all the garbage. My god, it looks atrocious over there, doesn't it? Alright, this has spawned. That's good. So now we can actually start from here. We can go across like that. Lovely. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. Can we just go make sure this whole thing is a key? There we go. That's pretty good. I'm not happy with that. Don't know what the hell's happening over here. But aside from that, not bad. Maybe we just try this again and we go like in increments. It often works a little bit better that way. Alright, you know, it's not perfect. In fact, it's quite far from perfect. Some would even say it's rubbish. But it's a little bit better than it was before. 3 raccoons in a trench coat, it's true. They stole all the trash. In fairness, we weren't using it. So is it really theft? Also, is this... Yes, this is part of Saffton. So, I don't really know how to make it so that we're not losing money at this point. I'm very concerned. Okay, let's have a look at the budget. Again, services are some of the highest cost. Taxes are... Maybe if we just lower this and raise this 1%. It's really lowered the industrial demand, but the industries have already moved in, so it's fine. Our trash is their treasure, and that's why we treasure raccoons so much. We're going to have to do something with this little island here at some point. I mean, what I can do, actually... Let's turn on Anarchy again, because it does make this a lot easier. And I want to make sure the elevation doesn't change. Why must the elevation change here? Right, let's just grab that and sort of... There we go. Lift that all up. Now... let's just go forward a little bit. There we go. We'll do a curve. A lovely curve. Does that dip though? It does. It dips like the Dickens. Can't have that. What if I just go like straight across there? That doesn't dip. Not so bad. Alright, nice little angle like that. And then we just curve that in. How's that sound? It's still dippy. Can we not make it so dippy? Like, I did flatten this territory out. Can we make use of that? No? No. I wish there was a button where I could just say, don't go lower. Okay, let's just expand this all out, and then we can curtail it after. Is Cities 2 in a good place? I would say so, yes. They've added quite a good bit of content now. And made it a lot more enjoyable. I mean, I thought it was good to begin with, but definitely needed some work, and they've done the work. They've only gone and done it. Now it's a lot better. A lot better. So let's just curve. Let's just call this back down under the ocean. Come on, down you go. There we go. Show off my hard work building that quay. Lovely. Doesn't that look grand? And in fact, this road here... oh, I can't. I was going to say we turn this into a quay, but... I can't. So let's just leave it. It's fine. I am going to fix this, though. There's a little bit of an odd hole here, so let's just, there we go. That's all polished up now. Much better. Much, much better. Right, still losing a lot of money. That's fine. We expected this. This is just a part of Economy 2.0. It's much harder to balance a budget now. That is a very harsh budget, though. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, we can keep expanding. But the taxes just aren't paying the bills. Maybe we do raise the taxes just a little bit. It's 12% residential taxes at the moment. I don't think we can afford to raise the tax or raise them. We can raise the industrial there up to 12. And that it's probably more impactful, really. We're making more money off of all that, after all. Can we just, you know, go into the green again? That would be lovely. Please and thank you. Any moment? No? Fine. I mean, the main thing is that we make sure that we don't go broke before we hit our next milestone, which is a fair ways off at this point. 11,000 experience. That's a lot. But it will give us a big boost to our finances, so we have to strive for that, really. It's our current target. But I do love this key. This is actually, so I was able to place these very easily using a mod, and that's one thing, specifically, is worth mentioning about the new City Skylines 2, sort of the current update. Modding is incredibly easy. Like, it is absurdly easy to do. It's just one button, really. It's all in the launcher. Should I build... I feel like I should build a path through here. Because currently there's not really a walkway. I mean, I suppose people can go around. It's not that... It's not like there's that... that few options for movement. Maybe I just leave it to them. Okay, let's just put a little bit more there. Little bit more there. It's fine. Just squeeze more people in. Just keep doing it. Squeeze as many people in as we can. We have a lot of space over here, actually, so maybe we sort of drag out Myrtle Street here. And we can connect it up there, so this isn't a cul-de-sac, which is good. We don't really want it to be a cul-de-sac. Although it does keep traffic that shouldn't be there out. That's beneficial. Alright, it's a little bit askew here. Can we fix this? Of course not. No, if we want to do it, we have to do things the hard way. Fine. Let's start with straight line here. That's a good way to start, it's just a straight line. And likewise, right here. We want to come in at 90 degrees. And that's a lovely trick I've learned from fashion school. Always come in at 90 degrees. It's much cleaner when you're engineering. There we go. That's a lot better. A lot better. And then we can put, you know, just some housing around here. So this is, I believe, this is all going to spawn... Okay, actually, that might be spawning on the wrong roads there. So let's just go through there, put those in there. I think we could probably just squeeze a medium density house there. And another one right over there. Oh no, never mind. That's not on a road. That does complicate things a little bit. There we go. Okay, looking at this, I really like this curve, and I don't like this one. So let's just very quickly, we'll adjust. How is stored garbage already full? Goodness gracious me. Well, I guess we need an incinerator. That's not good. There's a lot of waste being produced. Alright, let's just pull this in just a little bit. I'm actually going to do that all along here because I want to redo this road. Just redo the whole damn thing. Okay, so as before, 100, or rather 90 degrees all the way along there. That's good. Now, here is where the curve begins. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to march that curve, there is a tool by which I could do that. But at the same time, I don't really want to do it perfectly. I just want to do it better. Like, that's not better. Okay, let's go straight from here for a little while. There we are. And now we curve into that. Much nicer. I mean, I'm still not particularly chuffed with that. And I'm actually going to move it and... Oh, okay. That's not terrible. I mean, it's not ideal either. It sort of creates a little bit of a jank, but... You know what? We'll go with it. And now to connect up this, we'll just... There we go. Not terribly pretty, but as long as it gets the job done, right? That's all that matters. There we go. That's good. We're not we're not losing over 1,000 per hour anymore, so I'll call that a win. Let's continue this road here, all the way along this path. Because we can put small sort of houses and such. I'm not happy with this curve now. I'm happy with this one and not this one. Okay, let's... There we go. And right over here... There we are. I think that's pretty good. And then we can just go straight here. That's all we want. 90 degrees, perfectly straight. Rezone all this rubbish. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, now over here. This is it's going to be very polluted, but it's not polluted right here. This is fine. They don't care about that. We can do that too over here. Hello, Wix! Hello, hello! I am just having a wonderful day myself. I hope you are having one as well. It's beautifully rainy over here, and I just couldn't be happier. I'm like a toad or a frog, you know, it starts raining, I'm just very, very happy. Alright, there we go. Now this is easily connected up with Saffton Industrial. We need to expand out Saffton proper, though, to make sure we're incorporating all of these houses. Lovely. Okay, now how are things going over here at Saffton Logging? A lot of these still don't really have many trees, which is not ideal. Feels like the demand for people is just so high. And I'm not certain if that's the reason some of these factories are just working at slightly lower efficiency. I mean, these are working. Why is the efficiency here so poor? Piled up garbage. Well, we have a garbage facility right here, but I guess there's no more space. So that's turning into a bit of an issue for us. How are we going to deal with this? What's this? Like, I don't know how we're going to process this all. We could put the hazardous waste facility in here somewhere. But I don't know. Oh, we're making money. Just a little bit. That's good. Even if just for a moment, that's something. It's a moment we're not losing money. I'll take it. We need someone to come in here and, like, pick up the garbage. But they won't pick up the garbage because... okay, how much is an incineration? It's going to be $1 million for an incinerator. We can't afford that. We absolutely can't afford that. How did this fill up with rubbish immediately? Alright, let's just, I suppose, expand it out as much as we bloody can at this point. This is going to just, it's going to fill up the whole waterfront. Just rubbish everywhere. We even have anarchy on, so we could just build it, you know, over the limits. Let's just do that. It looks terrible. We're definitely going to have to find a better solution for waste disposal eventually. Because this is just atrocious. Oh. They're only processing about 100 tons a month. This isn't that expensive. But I do believe it needs to be right up against the road. That only increases our processing capacity by 20 tons a month. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Also, it's definitely not supposed to be there, so let's just get rid of it. Looks silly. Alright, efficiency is back up there. It's fine, everything's fine. We're actually making over 3,000 credits an hour, which is just wonderful. That's good. That's money. That's money in our pockets. And that's what we're all about. More money in our pockets. Why is there a bridge here? What purpose does this serve? Besides wasteful infrastructure? It doesn't make any sense. Alright, I think we're going to see if we can build a road that goes up along here. Turn off anarchy, of course. Excellent. There we go. We've got a nice winding road here. Can we build another forestry? Actually, that would be a terrible idea. There's not many trees here. There are more trees over here. We could start expanding in that direction. This is actually a terrible location. Is there any natural resource here? Not really. Maybe some ore? Is that ore? If I try to build ore mining, no. I guess this area is mildly fertile? Mildly fertile. That's the best I could say about it. Alright, Saffton has grown quite substantially. I don't think we can really grow much more of Saffton at this point. Oh dear, we have a traffic jam. How has this happened? Come on, people. It's pretty simple. Look, if you want to turn, get in that lane miles ago. Like, why is the traffic still like this? Why have they not fixed this element of the simulation? This is atrocious. Can I adjust this with the traffic manager? I mean, that's all they should be doing. What about there? That should be it. So why is everyone shifting lanes at the last second? Like, this whole area is being held up because everyone's just shifting lanes at the end rather than doing it at the beginning. You fools. Bloody fools. Hello, Arrow Dragon. Hello, hello. How are we doing, my dear? Traffic's relatively bad here, but actually, they're mostly causing a problem over here now, so not going to worry about it too much. I'm tempted to, you know, clear out this farmland and all this logging and build more housing over here. I don't know if it's needed though. Let's look at the infographics. So we've got workplace availability. So, oh goodness. So there's currently only one open position. So maybe we shouldn't be expanding too rapidly. This is actually a bit of an issue. We have our unemployment rate is a little bit too low. Most people aren't aware of this, but yes, your unemployment rate can be too low. Because if you have an incredibly low unemployment rate, you're not going to have anyone to fill new positions. And that's sort of the issue we're having right now. We have no one to fill these new positions. Can we zone here? Is this going to zone on this side? I hope so. It is. Lovely. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Brilliant. Zone some more housing. We cannot have too much housing. Alright, they're not happy about the taxes still. Or the unreliable healthcare. Look, we've tried. We've bloody tried. Healthcare's expensive. It's very expensive. Okay, it is. The entire thing is full now. That is not good. How many more patients will this handle? 25. That is. I mean, it's more. I think we might have to spend the money and do it. Which is, you know, not really what I wanted to do, but sure. Let's put the medical facility right there, the extension wing. Mow down all those houses, and then we'll build that as well. And then we'll just sort of have a nice walk path that goes right over here. Lovely. Now the medical facility can hold a couple more people. Goodness, Hermes, so much fluff. We still don't have enough prisons to hold all of the criminals, though. Like, nowhere near. Which is a serious issue, but I don't know how to address that. Because the only thing we can really do is build a prison. And that's huge. Like, really expensive. Incredibly large. There's no way we can afford building a prison at this point. What I'd much rather do is address the cause of the crime, of course. That would be far more beneficial for everyone. You know, address the root causes of wealth inequality and all that. But, unfortunately, that's still kind of beyond our reach at this point. We could build a welfare office. I don't think it's going to help us much at this point, though. Let's see how production's going. How is production going? So right now we have quite the surplus of wood and vegetables, which is to be predicted. And we're turning those things into paper and a very small amount of timber. I wish I could have more input on this sort of stuff, but I don't. I can't really control the supply chains much. It's just how this game works. Well, at least we're making money still. Making decent money too, so with that in mind, well, we don't have near enough for a train station actually. I would really love to get a train station, but the problem is we'd also need to build a rail yard, which would take up all the money we have right now. Absolutely. So that's not an option in the slightest. And then we'd have to build all the things after that, which would be quite expensive. So the rail yard itself, 1,500, or not 1,500, 150,000 rather. And then the cargo train terminal would cost another 150,000. So we need 300,000 at least in order to start doing all that. The upkeep wouldn't be catastrophic. We could afford it. But we do need a large amount of money to start that. Probably help with traffic quite a bit though, if all of the logging is just, you know, being carried away by train. So I think once we hit the next milestone, yes, we'll get a good chunk of money, and we can then use that to expand, to build our railway system. And what I really wanted is to build sort of a bunch of rail yards up here. I don't know if that's going to be an option for us, because we'd have to expand out that way, buy up all that property, etc. It would not be cheap at all. Right, we're selling some of our extra electricity at the moment. It's not the most efficient way to make money, but since it's there, we might as well use it. I don't know what to do about all this. It's full again. Like, it's massive. And we can't afford an incinerator. You like trains? Well, there will be trains, darling. Trains is a priority. We need a little bit more money to add trains. God, there's so much crime, like, everywhere. All the time. It's a charming little town, but very, very unsafe. Oh, is this part of... it isn't. Of course not. Well, let's incorporate it. It can be part of the industrial sector. So that these people have access to healthcare. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to add a little bit more industrial around here. And by a little bit more industrial, I mean that one building. That one building is all we need. Let's just add some more. There we go. Just more industry right along here. One thing I think we need over here as well, we're going to need some parking. There are currently no parking options, so where are we going to do this? Medium parking lot? I mean, we could put the parking right here, that might make sense. Might make sense. Is there... There's the long parking lot, the wide parking lot. I kind of like the wide parking lot, actually. Can we just put that there? Oh. Well, I don't like it anymore. The exit's in a very strange place. Let's get rid of that. Okay, what other options do we have? We have the medium parking lot, which is not quite ideal. Very large is well, it lives up to its name, certainly. Okay, we're not doing that. Canopy covered, that's too small. Modest is also too small. Let's go with the long parking lot, actually. This looks perfect. We can put it, like, right at the middle. We'll do that here, too. Lovely. And then we can just sort of flank it with industrial. Now people can park here. Very easy. Which is good, because I don't think there were parking lots on most of these buildings. I don't think there's parking lots really anywhere. We probably should add more parking lots. These long ones actually might fit over here? No, not quite. Pity. Quite the pity indeed. That almost fits there, but it does threaten to knock out my park, which I don't want to happen. Personally. How's it going? We're still making some money. Not enough, but some. Alright, well it's on fast forward anyhow, so it'll all show up eventually. People are still not very happy about the taxes or the unreliable healthcare coverage. And I really would love to raise the health budget, I really would. But I can't afford it, so I'm not going to. That simple. It's that bloody simple. I can't afford it. I'm not going to. Are these footpaths, like, do those function properly? If I connect that up, right through here, is that going to function as a footpath? Because I feel like I should do that. What is this? Is this a... Oh, it's the post office. I see. And we can move that. We can move this, like, right over... You know, we can move it right there. Okay, that does not connect at all. Rubbish. Utter rubbish. Okay, let's move that back. It's going to cost me a pretty penny just to move it, but sure. Losing so much money just because I'm moving things around. This is the eternal problem. Anything you could do in this game really costs money. Even the fine detailing, like if I'm putting down trees and such, that does cost me money. So it's difficult to save up, really. And we need like 400,000 before we even consider the trains. The question is, would the trains actually make the exporting happen at enough of a increased rate to justify the expense? Because we could take out a loan to build ourselves a train station. But will that benefit us? I'm not sure. One thing I can do, though, I can start sort of... Although these are quite expensive, too. I can afford that, actually. I can afford to play with the trains. Now, the question is, can I actually build a tunnel without much issue? Like, how expensive is that going to be? It's going to be a bit more expensive, but... Is that just going to carve through the mountain? I want a tunnel, please. Thank you. Is that going to be a tunnel? No, it's just going to be a really weird sort of cut in the mountain, which I do not appreciate. Secret tunnel. I want a secret tunnel. I can't have a secret tunnel. Apparently. The city has the best internet connection ever. There's one tower. But apparently it's a very good tower. Alright, so I think we're going to want to get the cargo terminal just sort of smack dab in the city. How big is it? I can't even select it and see, which is frustrating. But I think we're going to try and get it to come like right in here. So to that end, I mean, I could start clearing out this logging facility here, because this logging facility, there's no point in us investing a lot of resources in it if I'm just going to gut it. Also, there's no trees here, so maybe we do just get rid of this for now. We'll just get rid of that temporarily. It's fine. How much... Okay, how much is it going to cost me if I take a loan of $1 million? I can probably tank that for a while. But I don't need $1 million, do I? If I just take 700,000, that's much more reasonable. Sure. Let's do that. Let's take out a loan of 700,000, and we'll build ourselves a nice... Oh my god, it's huge. Okay, that's a lot bigger than I expected. Which is... I mean, it's kind of... It's fine, maybe. So we need to get... Although we could just put it there without actually incorporating it in the city. Using, anarchy. Okay, how much will it cost me to buy that tile? I can afford it. Okay, let's buy that tile. We are losing a fair bit of money each month, but that's okay, we're going to fix it. Once we have our rail yard on. So we'll put it just right next to that track. Now for this I am more than willing to use anarchy, because frankly so I can't actually connect through there right now. And I think that's silly. So let's just quickly turn on anarchy again. We'll grab these double tracks. And then, yes, we'll just sort of work this all in here. Lovely. There we go, and we'll do the same thing on this side. We won't mess with that weird bridge, at least not yet. So as you can see, I am reaching outside my city limits. I'm using anarchy for this quite a bit, because I think it's a bit silly that I'd have to buy all these tiles in order to get the railroad working. We're not going to do that. That's just too many tiles. So, we can now connect up a small road here. Turn off anarchy. How's that? I mean, there's like a little bit of a hill, but it could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Okay. And we're going to have to actually put the anarchy back on if we want to be able to reach out to that road. Which we actually can't reach unless we make some tweaks here. So let's just pull this all back a little bit. It's fine. I'm sure we're still making enough money. Good lord. It's okay. We have money now. We can afford to lose a little bit of it. I'm sure the people we loaned it from are not going to be happy to hear that we're just sort of spending it on you know, general upkeep, but we were supposed to be investing it all. Is that connected? That's connected. It's rubbish, but it's connected. Alright, let's go back down here and turn on anarchy once again. And then... there we go, a nice sweeping curve. We have hooked this up. It's now a functional rail yard. And we can also add extra tracks if we want. We're not going to do that right now because we don't need them right now. Okay, so we've got that set up. Let's immediately go over here and set up our cargo train terminal. Now this isn't too bad, size-wise. It is big, certainly, but, you know, I've seen bigger. Alright, let's straighten this road out a little bit. I'm not fond of it in its current state. What the devil happened here? It just jumped over all the roads. Goodness gracious me. Okay, let's try that again. We did that once again. What on earth are you doing? I don't hate it, but also I do, so... can we just... not? There we go. Let's do it one little bit at a time. Works a lot better that way. What is... oh, that's not pleasant. Let's fix that. And we'll put on advanced curve line. Because that one is honestly one of the best ones. How is it buggering up this badly? Is this all just the anarchy? This is just an atrocious roadway. We'll worry about that all later. Drazzy, my dear! Oh my goodness, it has been eons. How are you doing, darling? I hope you're well. Is it raining up there as well? It's raining down here. It's delightful. Oh, that lines up very nicely. This cargo terminal is in a spectacular location. Of course, it's very expensive. We are losing money quite swiftly. But that's okay. Let's just take this double track. Oh, this is just a single track, actually. Interesting. Alright. But I probably don't need a double track down there. But... I am going to add it anyhow. So let's just go around the hill. We don't need to worry about that. We're not going to build a tunnel for something so silly. Okay, there we go. We have that hooked up. Now we can build a cargo terminal or cargo route. So, just like that, we now have a path leading between this cargo terminal and the city of Mountain Lakes. Oh god, we're losing a lot of money. We're losing so much money. Bloody bad. But you know, if we can reach this before we run out of money, it'll be fine. We'll get a big influx of cash. I don't know if this is actually going to help us at all. Like, I was quite certain this was going to be a big boon, but I'm second guessing that now. It's okay. You know what? There's still demand for industrial, so let's just build some. It doesn't have to be, you know, forestry specifically. Just has to be industrial. Just get a bunch of these factories in here, making money for us. Goodness gracious, we might actually end up with a game over if things don't start improving. You've barely slept, so you didn't go to work today. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that, my darling. We need to maybe adjust some of these city services. Again, healthcare is just so bloody expensive. So let's just cut it down to 50. And the electric budget is... Why are you importing so much electricity? Of course, this is running at 50% capacity again, because this is full. I don't know what to do about this. We can't afford an incinerator. We can't afford an incinerator. But without an incinerator, the landfill's just full. Completely full. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm kind of buggered. I'll turn anarchy on and I'll just take this beyond our city limits. It's fine. We'll fill the water up with rubbish too. There we go. Perfect. We're just filling in part of the water with rubbish. Oh god. Alright, we're under 10,000 an hour. My accent's like a sexy adult Stewie. Oh god. What a terrible thought. But thank you, class sleeper. And welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Despite what you've made me think of. Alright. We are slowly making more money. We're importing far too much electricity. That's sort of the big issue here. We're importing, like... Consumption is higher than we could make anyhow. That's a bit of an issue. How much would it cost to build a second coal power plant? It wouldn't be unreasonable. We could definitely build a second coal power plant here. If we really wanted. Like, the hourly rate is relatively negligible. But that's still throwing even more expenditures at a wall and seeing if they all stick. Which I'm not particularly fond of. Is this area good for energy production? It's not, of course. Nowhere's good for energy production. Well, actually, up here is fine. But up here? No. You would think these mountaintops would be better would they be windier? Apparently not. Apparently they're not windy in the slightest. The wind around here is actually negligible. Okay. Maybe we'll wait a little bit and see once we can get some more money. I do think we need a second power plant there. Like, I think I'm in for some trouble if I don't get one. So the question becomes, where can I put one? I can put one right here, actually. Get rid of the farm, which is kind of in an odd place now. And get rid of that farm, it's fine. And we will build a second coal power plant, like right next to the other one. Which will be... It will be expensive, But I'm expecting that we're not going to be importing as much electricity anymore. And as a result of that, we'll end up saving money in the long run. That's the goal. Looks terrible though. 2 coal power plants over here now. They really do just look terrible, and they smell awful. The fumes are atrocious. But already we're actually losing less money, because we're not importing huge amounts of it. She's just been sat next to my hand. She's actually behaving herself very well today. We have an overabundance of electricity, so we're selling the excess, and the excess selling is so much better than importing. At that same time, however, we might just want to lower... Can we look at the budget for electricity? Let's just lower that budget just a little bit. I feel like it's actually going to cost us more money if we lower the efficiency. We could raise the service fee. That doesn't impact citizen happiness if we don't bring it up past 14%. So we might make a little bit more money selling our electricity there. How's the water? What's the water fee? Just crank this up slightly as well. Alright, 4% extra. That's fine. People are not happy. But you know what? Happiness, your happiness is a little bit tricky right now. Service upkeep's so bloody expensive. We're spending almost all of our revenue on service upkeeps immediately. Loan interest isn't so bad, actually, and the tile upkeep, almost manageable. It's just the service upkeeps are so bloody expensive. All of our services, and we don't have much. We really don't. What's costing us so much? Transportation. The trains are actually costing us a fair bit too, so let's just lower that to like 70% for now. In fact, lower it to 50. We don't need that many trains on the track. We'll only have like 1 or 2. It's fine. I mean, we have to cut a lot of corners around here, but what the hell's that? No vehicles. Did we cut the How much did I cut the budget? I don't think I cut the budget that badly. This is our only route. How are there no vehicles? They're all in maintenance. Okay, so because building efficiency is down, it's costing us a lot more money to maintain the trains. So lowering the maintenance hasn't actually lowered our expenses in the slightest. It's just sort of shifted what we're spending money on. There's a lot of dead people all about, and people in need of ambulances. Unfortunately for them, they're not going to get ambulances right now. There's only so many ambulances functioning right here. There's 10. All of the waiting rooms are very full. Goodness gracious. This is the problem. We just don't have any. We don't have the space for anyone. All of our services are maxed out. But we can't add more because it'll cost us a fortune. How much would it cost us to build a tiny train station? That's a good point. Small train station. Very cheap, actually. So let's have a look at where we can place these. Because we're going to want to get one right in the centre of town eventually. We might be able to put it right there. Currently we have some footpaths. I don't really want to get rid of the footpaths, but I do want to have a train station right in the centre of town at some point. Alternatively, maybe around there, or over here. Or we can try and put it somewhere near Saffton Industrial. Like, this actually is an empty spot currently. That could be good. That could be quite good if we wanted to, you know, have a train station in town. I'm not going to add it right now though, because that's another expense. And right now we really can't be having any extra expenses. So this should shift out. The efficiency is very low. I raised the service budget back up, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. We need to bring this back up, because currently it's just not functioning very well at all. It's going to cost us a lot more money, but we just can't have that budget there. It's not serving any purpose. Let's just throw all that in there. See if we can get some more little factories building up there. Alright, money's still very tight. I'm hoping we get, well, we need 4,229 experience. Quick maths. And then we will be able to get an influx of cash. In the early game, honestly, the only way to stay functioning is to just keep getting more money from the... What are they called? The progression milestones. Oh god, no, not like that. Bugger. You were going so straight. Why did you swerve on me? You know what, let's go to there, and then we'll use the complex curve, put that there, we'll attach over this way. I'm sure everyone will love living right next to 2 coal power plants. I'm sure it's just going to be like the most popular place to live. But before we put anything down there, I'm going to mark this out. Perfect. Let's shove that over there. Lovely. So let's go over here and let's put some more medium density housing. We can actually make these ones slightly longer. Yes, people are going to bloody hate living here. That's fine. If they don't like it, they can die mad, which they probably will do, quickly. Can't imagine they're going to survive long. With all those fumes. Alright, how bad is the trend is 6,000, that's really bad. And the medical problems are just, it's so serious. Now, I don't know what to do about this, because the medical clinic is at capacity. And there's no way I can afford to expand it right now. We can't get a hospital. Absolutely not. It's just not going to happen. Alright, let's just hope that we can make more money quickly. These houses here have been condemned already because of all the smog. Brilliant. Actually, you know what we should pack in here? Low rent housing. Here we go. Let's get some paws in here. Alright, paws. Won't make us much money, but at least the poors will have a place to live. For a while. Commercial demand keeps falling, despite the fact that I haven't zoned any commercial literally all day. This is an industrial town, after all. We don't really want much commercial. Somebody's waiting for an ambulance. I love these little waterfront cottages. Don't they look lovely? It's very Dutch. My city looks so nice. Well, thank you, Moongrave Witch. It looks nice. It's not doing well, though. We don't have near enough money. Actually, it occurs to me, can I build right over here on this island? I can. So let's do that quickly. And just log on this island. It'll be fine. I feel like this kind of undermines the whole idea of the city looking nice. I mean, it's just atrocious. Also, once again, we're having serious efficiency problems because the trash, like this landfill, which is huge. I don't see how this landfill could have filled up with this small town this quickly. Like, it's just absurd. I don't know what to do about all that. I feel like, how much would it cost to get an incinerator? Incinerator costs $1 million just to get it, and then 100,000 a month. But currently things are buggered because, okay, so apparently this building is not actually functional. Let's just de-zone that, I guess, because it just doesn't want to work. I genuinely don't know what to do about this financial situation. About the garbage, especially. The garbage and the healthcare, they're both quite serious. But there's nothing I can do about the healthcare. Like, it is absurd how expensive it would be. I guess I could put just one extra extension week, but the problem with doing that is, I mean, it's not going to really solve the problem. It's a bandage, though. There's a plaster on the wound. Wounds, several, I guess. Just put another clinic over here as well. We might have to. Because this is not fitting. Alright, we'll make do with that. The clinic is so full. You're off to dinner and then D&D. Well, it's been lovely to have you, Fairy Bites. Thank you for joining us, darling. I hope you have a wonderful time at D&D, and I hope you come and join us for more cities soon, because we will be playing more of it. Once I get into cities, I can get a little on the obsessed side, sometimes. Our finances are really not good. What if I just build some more offices? Will that work? Just pack some of this in here. Just a few more here, sure. Demand is high enough, and we can put some more commercial down here as well. The people want it. God. The money's getting worse and worse and worse. I thought it would get better. Like, I don't understand how it keeps getting worse. It's probably this. It's just, these are each costing me a fortune. And they're both operating at half capacity, because they're full of garbage, because this thing can't handle the sheer amount of garbage being produced by the town for some odd reason. Like, again, I'm not certain... not certain why it's so bad. But I can't build an incinerator. It's just not... It's late game. So, I'm not certain what I'm going to do. I'm really not. I'll just raise industrial taxes again. It's not a good idea. But I can't keep things the way they are currently. How are we going to save up enough money for an incinerator at this rate? I don't know, because I'm kind of at I'm kind of blocked by this. Like, it's going to put a serious hamper on everything we do. Alright, well, we can keep zoning, perhaps? Maybe? Housing? Do people want more housing still? They do, I think. But where do we put the housing? We could sort of take this terrace. It's a little bit hilly, though. Alright, let's have a look at the incinerator. So, I know, I'm just like, oh, we have to do it. We have to get the incinerator. We don't have an option at this point. So I'm going to have to take out another very large loan. The monthly cost is just going to be astronomical. I don't know how I'm going to afford this. 315... Like, that's currently several more thousand than we're losing. You know what? Bugger you. Let's just bulldoze that too. Oh, so now we're making money. Alright, so we're going to have to take out a large loan. Let's say that much, probably. Because it is going to be very expensive to build. Let's pause this for a moment. We have to flatten this mess out. There we go. It doesn't need to be perfectly flat, but my god, it was atrocious. Alright. Incinerator. Let's do it. I have no choice. I have to build the incinerator. Now, the incinerator might help us in the long run, but my god, it's expensive. Also, over here, we're going to make this one way. Absolutely. There we go. That's all one way. Now, incineration plant. Again, huge upkeep every month. Let's just do anarchy so we can build it where we want it. It's just, we're losing so much money. But we might be able to salvage everything a little bit better now. So let's see. Nope, it's just getting worse. It is just getting worse, but we are about to make a bunch of money, so... Hopefully this at least fixes our garbage issues. And, you know, doesn't send us spiraling into further debt. I mean, we already are spiraling into further debt at this point, but... Let's try and keep it limited, somewhat. We'll put some more housing here. This will become medium density. Likewise here, just a little bit of medium density. Oh god, we're losing so much money. Come on people, move in. We need you all to move in. We can't afford to keep going unless more people move in. Things are going to collapse. We're headed towards economic collapse at this point. But it's fine. We're about to get an influx of cash. Not a huge influx, but it will be money coming in. And thank goodness for that, And we're not going to spend it if we can. If we can avoid it. I'm quite set on not spending. Can we just... going to just move that over. Okay, well that's not working for me at all. That's fine. We can straighten this out. And then we can just take a straight path and connect that up. Lovely. Alright, so the incinerator can definitely process everything we have. It can probably also process foreign rubbish as well. I don't know if it will go and collect rubbish from other communities though, so... Apparently there are, of course... Let's see, how much... If we were to raise the health and death care to 100%... I mean, we're just losing so much money per minute. What can we cut? I mean, this doesn't need to be high. We can actually cut that quite a bit, I'm sure. There we go. We'll cut the garbage management, because this thing is still going to be highly functional. Even if it's operating at a dramatically reduced capacity, it's still going to be doing its job. Better than we can possibly hope for. And we need that healthcare. It's pretty important that we get some healthcare in here. Especially with how people are looking. There's just so many calls for ambulances. But you know, this is what you need to do sometimes when you're running a city. You need to take out a loan so you can expand. Definitely don't want to buy more tiles right now though. That's definitely a no-go. It's devastating seeing so much money flow out of my bank account. Alright. Well, we could build a few more buildings up here, I guess. There we go. We'll get rid of that. And we'll put something around here at some point. I'm not certain what. Might redo this curve once again, too. Because, of course, I have very high standards for my curves. Goodness. Come on, don't be so grim. Give me some money. Don't be so harsh on me, game. Alright, I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to build a little bit of an extension right over here, and we'll just build another industrial sector. Lovely. Okay, so that's given us a little bit of money, which we can't spend. We have to repay all our loans first, but the money will help us not go bankrupt as quickly, which is quite important. In my personal opinion, generally I'm fond of not going bankrupt. Alright, so we're just going to add a lot more industry just right here. Thankfully, the way that the air pollution's going, this isn't going to be an issue for our town. It's all going to get carried out this way, which is why we put the incinerator here in the first place. Hopefully we can get enough industry going that we can maybe stop worrying a little bit. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to make it work. Can I add just more, maybe some more over here as well? 90 degrees, lovely. And then let's just make a little curve here. Actually, I bloody hate that. Goodness, that is atrocious. Alright. Forward to about there. And now from here, we create the curve. Brilliant. Like I said, we're going to select all this, make it all industrial. Now, okay, it's good. It's part of Saffton logging. Should be fine. Should be fine. I can't believe this is just so expensive. Look at how much it's costing us a month. How bad is our economic situation? We're losing $500,000 each month. I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of this. Can we repay a bit of this loan? Will that will dramatically impact our monthly cost, but it will also give us less money to work with. Sure, let's do it. We just repaid part of our loan in order to reduce how much we're paying each month. Okay, let's look at the taxes again. Let's just raise the commercial taxes. Just raise 1%. 2%. No, 1%. We'll raise the taxes by 1% across the board. And industrial, I'm actually going to go in here. I'm going to lower the taxes on furniture. Because what I really want is for more furniture factories to spring up. We're going to raise the tax rate on just straight up wood. And that will encourage them to be a little bit more sensible with it all. So hopefully what we'll see is these factories springing up a little bit faster. There we go, we blocked them. Bugger off, bots. Not welcome round here. Alright, still losing 20,000 an hour. This could be serious, actually. Yes, it's only running at 27% efficiency, but it's probably fine. to be running at 25% efficiency, because we don't need that many garbage trucks. Oh my god. The loan interest is a lot, but it really is just the service fees that are keeping us back. You know what? I'm lowering healthcare again. I don't give a damn. I'm cutting it. Police? Gone. Roads. We'll keep the road budget. Part of me wonders if... So, how much is a regular coal power plant? I don't know if we're reaching demand with this. Probably aren't. But I think this actually produces a bit of power itself, doesn't it? It does, okay. Just a smidge. Not much. But just a smidge. Alright, how do we get more people in here? We need higher density. The game wants me to zone some, like, high density. So maybe we actually do put a high density building right out here. How tall is that going to be? That's not that bad, actually. I could manage that. I'm going to say that's acceptable for height. And then they do want more single family. That's just not going to happen. I don't care how badly they want it. I'm not zoning single family housing. Especially, they're not going to give me enough money for it. God. Come on. Sort yourself out. 13,000. It's not good. Right, we do have some more industrial coming in here. Despite the high taxes, they're still moving in. Can I raise those taxes even more? I'm just trying to see how high I can scoot the industrial taxes before all industry just moves out of town. Okay, look at that. We've got our first high density. It doesn't look much taller than the medium density at this point, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Let's just put a couple of these right here, in fact. Put that there, and that there. Just a bunch of houses, tall houses there. Hopefully we have some more. We do have some more people moving in already. That's good. We might want to put some more commercial in, though. We don't have any. We haven't placed any, so let's maybe change that and just put a bunch right here. There's definitely demand for it, so. Wonderful. We'll just zone all along here. People probably wanted a place to go and shop anyhow, so we're doing them a favour. Ivea Alsea, hello my darling. Welcome. How are we doing? Okay, we're almost under 10,000, you know, in loss, which is good. We're moving in the right direction, I think. We need to build more. We need to zone more, specifically. There's only so much we can actually do with regards to building. Let's just put a little, shop in there. can stuff another shop right there, and another one right across the street over there. Oh god, I'm terrified. My finances are just so dreadful. How am I? I am wonderful. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. And I do so love it when it rains. So I'm taking advantage of that to have a cozy stream playing City Skylines. Although it's been a lot more stressful than I anticipated. I thought we had figured the budget out. Unfortunately, we needed an incineration plant. Despite the small stature of our town, it just wasn't an option. An incineration plant was required in order for us to function. And as a result, we're not doing well financially because this thing is a fortune to run, and we also had to take a very large loan in order to run it. Services are continuing to just cost us too much. Our taxes just aren't bringing in enough. We raise that to 14%. It doesn't make a difference. That's the thing. That's just not going to make a fundamental difference. I wish I could make healthcare even worse. Maybe we just lower the transportation budget a little bit more as well. 75% perhaps. Or 76. Would be generous. Alright, lovely. Let's put over here, let's put some shops. We could just put a nice big shop here. Something substantial. Likewise over here, we'll do all this. And this gives us sort of a buffer between the residential area and the coal power plant. Not much of a buffer, and goodness gracious, the traffic. Why are there so many taxis again? We don't even have a taxi depot. Where are all these taxis coming from? We literally don't have taxis in this town. Oh god, the healthcare situation is just so atrocious. There's no demand for anything because the taxes are too high. But I can't lower the taxes or offer any sort of city services because I'm just losing too much money. Is there any way to close this bloody gap? We could increase the fee for electricity. Okay, if we keep it at 25, or 23, I think. Yeah, 24. They'll only be slightly annoyed. Okay, the fees from this just aren't worth it, so let's not worry about that. But this, the fees can help counteract some of our expenses. Again, people are not happy with the anything. They're really not happy. The mail service they're happy with. That's good. They're happy with the mail. Education's actually so affordable compared to like all of our other problems. You know what? Let's just bring this to 60. We just have to play with the budget so much in this iteration of the game. It's very difficult to maintain a good budget. I think once we can repay this loan, we'll be doing a lot better. But I don't know when we're going to be able to repay this loan. I'm kind of concerned that it might not happen in the foreseeable future. Oh good, a paper factory! Well, that actually might help us. So, that's a signature building. Signature buildings do not require any cost to get them up and running. So, if we get that working, it might provide us with an industry bonus. So let's have a look-see there. That'll be under signature and industrial. 5% industrial efficiency citywide. And it is huge. Oh my goodness. Jesus. Bloody Christ. Where the hell am I going to put this? I do want it over here, really. If I can. So maybe we just get rid of every industrial building over here? I don't know. I feel like it should be here because it's paper. It's a paper plant. And we are, of course, growing all of our trees over here. Alright, fine. Let's do it. We're going to level this out just a smidge. Is that really... I mean, it's not actually impacted my finances that dramatically, which is surprising. Sort of expected that it would. Let's turn off anarchy. Right. There we go. Why exactly does this not fit right there? Is there a particular reason for that? Ah, that over there. Well, let's turn on anarchy then. And we'll turn snapping back on. It's fine, it's just encroaching on that road slightly. It's fine. I think it suits that spot. So, let's leave it there. That, as I said, that'll increase industrial efficiency by 5%. That might not seem like much, but we do need it. We need every little bit that we can get at this point. Okay, that definitely just cut through the building. So maybe we don't do it like that. What the devil just happened? Okay, let's bring that back across. Good lord. Okay, never mind this. Just get rid of all that. That's fine. We will pull this down here. And then we'll just sort of connect it up along there. Is that nice? Is that looking good? I'd say yes. That is, I mean, that isn't. That is decidedly not looking good. But can I give it like a retaining wall? Will that make it look good? No. Fine, let me go through here. We'll make this very small. Just sort of push this down a little bit. We should really be respecting the topography, but I'd rather make it respect me. Good lord, what the hell is that? There we are. Robot Rainbows, my darling! Oh, how good it is to see you. And how very generous are you subscribing. Once again, resubscribing. 17 months. I can't believe that. I can't even believe I've been streaming 17 months. Genuinely. Oh, thank you, my dear. I am delighted and touched. And again, surprised. Surprised to find out I've been streaming for so bloody long. How are we doing today? Let's just grab that. Oh no, not like that. Goodness. There we go. That should be nice. Nice and smooth. There we are. Lovely. Just get rid of that. And now we can zone some more industrial around here. So how have we been, my dear? My dear Mia. I hope they've not been overworking you. Well, this doesn't look like spectacular, but I mean, aesthetics aren't really that important when we're hemorrhaging finances. We really just need to prioritize getting some more industry set up around here. And sure, we'll do it over here too. So now we have a giant paper factory. Which I think, I mean, it looks great over here. Personally, I think that's wonderful. We have 100,000 credits left, and we are currently losing 3,000 per second. That's not ideal. Let's pull all this up here. This should be part of the industrial sector. Right, let's bring that right to the edge, and I'll fill that up with more industry in a second. There we go. There we are. More industry. Just more and more of it. Fill this entire area with smokestacks. What are we at now? Less than 2,000 an hour loss. It's getting a lot more manageable. That's for certain. If we can get to the point where we're not losing money, we can start crawling back enough money to maybe pay off the loan. Once we can get the loan dealt with, we'll be doing fine. But it really is just a matter of getting out of this financial rut that we're currently in. Which is very difficult right now. People do also want some single-family housing around here. Is this... This is a decent logging facility. I don't really want to cut it down. But I can stick a whole bunch of houses in there. Like, so many houses. There's only demand for single family, though, which I don't do. At least not right now. Okay, let's just add some more. Let's just make this whole thing commercial. Let's just add a little bit more commercial over here as well. Yes, wonderful. More commercial. We're just... I keep checking because I'm just in terror. I'm living in fear. Of my precarious financial situation. Now, one thing I could do, I could take out more of a loan to make sure that we don't completely go bankrupt whilst we wait for the money to trickle in, but that is just going to lower our income per hour with regards to the interest, which is like just terrible. I really want to repay some of this loan. Instead of paying back some or all of our loan, increase taxes, or reduce the current amount of expenses. Well, if you insist. Electricity budget, we're not going to screw with that. Communications. The problem is communications aren't expensive, and they are making people quite happy. If I cut that, that's an issue. Can I raise these at all anymore? That's pointing up. Some of the industrial taxes are now 18%. But it is turning a profit. For now. We'll see if it completely chases all of the industry out of town. But if we could just make a little bit of money and pay off that bloody loan. That's what matters. I love these new neighborhoods. Maybe we could. I mean, we should spend a little bit of time zhuzhing them. Now, the problem is, even landscaping is expensive. Let's go put some bushes down here, for instance. So, wall-to-wall mode. If we do this, I mean, that's not too expensive, I guess. We can afford that. So let's go about and do some decorating with all this free time that we have. I think that costs 900 there. That's expensive. So that's... we are making a little bit of money, but we're going to not make enough money if I'm spending it all on landscaping. So, I think that's a no-go. At least not the big areas. We can do, like, some small things. Even then, though, it's still costing us money. We're going further away from our goal, which is not ideal. And this is why I've run the game, you know, for a couple hours off stream, just so that we can make some money, so that when I am on stream, it's not completely and utterly boring. All right. We still have some industrial demand. So if I just raise, you know, the industrial taxes, let's say max 20%. You know, but not the logging factory. So if you want to do business here in this city, you should be working with logging. I mean, I really don't see any reason to have anything that's not logging around here. This is a logging community. All the lumberjills chopping down trees. That's what we're about here. A lot of people dying there. That's regrettable, to say the least. I wish it were not the case. But, you know, quel dommage. Such is life. Lots of people, millions must die. At least thousands. But we are making a profit now. I mean, I had to raise the taxes through the roof, but actually it was probably for the best. Because in this sense, we're kind of we're slapping additional fees on you know, highly polluting industries that want to set up here. We can't always choose who sets up here, but we can at least make it much more affordable for timber and furniture and such. So those industries will flourish specifically, which is nice. There we go. We're making money. This is what we wanted. And now that we're actually making money, I feel more comfortable coming here and just saying, okay, well, I'm going to pay back some of my loan, and that's going to mean that I'm making more money per hour. And again, eventually we'll just be done with the loan, and we can throw all that money back into the healthcare budget. Appalled at how the healthcare is run. I know, it's bad, okay? We're trying to solve it. We're trying to solve the problem. Lots of employees here, actually. There's a lot of people working here, making paper. I really do love the customer, or not the custom, the specialty assets. Yeah, so what else will we unlock? We'll unlock oil refineries. I mean, I'm not really going to do most of these things, probably. So, let's... well, maybe we will. Rock crushing building. Could be good. my god, look at how many people are dying. Look at the healthcare issues. This is atrocious. It's awful. But it's okay. Once we make enough money to pay off our loan for the incineration plant, which is operating at 26% efficiency, then we can fix the healthcare problem. The serious healthcare problem. Oh my goodness. We might need just a second clinic even. Once I've increased the budget, I still think it's going to be a problem. Death will be happy. Yes, many souls to be claimed. Certainly. Welcome back, Trippy. Welcome back. We've been mostly balancing budgets since you left. It's a tricky time right now for us, financially. You know, we're not making near enough money. We are now, actually, but that's because we've cut healthcare spending in half. As you can see, there's a bit of a healthcare issue right now. We're seriously having some problems with that. But, you know, we do have some important kind of landmarks now. We have a cargo train that's functional. It's not great because, again, it's operating at low efficiency with the lack of vehicles and everything. We have a giant paper factory. And again, more importantly, we have the incineration plant, which is... It cost us a fortune to build. Oh no. That's not good. How am I losing so much money all of a sudden? Well, not losing so much money, but I'm not making any. That's very concerning. Can we get back into the thousands there? Well, sounds. I mean, of course it sounds American. It's not running properly. The way that the budgets work in the new patch, it's very difficult to balance them. So I had to make a lot of cuts to spending just in order to be able to fund. There seems to be some bugs. I'm so certain. Okay, what's the issue now? What's the bloody issue now? Let's slow this down for a moment. Right. Furniture, fine. Raise the taxes on furniture just slightly. Come on, people. I'm wondering if it's just because, you know, so many people are dying that we're not able to maintain good profits. If I raise the taxes on furniture significantly, I may... Oh my god, we're losing money again. The service upkeeps just keep going up. Like, how is that still so expensive? It's operating at half capacity. You know what? Everyone can die for all I care. For all I care, you can all die. I'm sick of you taking advantage of my free healthcare. It's so bloody expensive. I think the extension wings were actually costing more than the health. I mean, at least in America, you could make it for-profit healthcare. Here, I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do anything. So I just have to turn it off. It's out of service now. So we could make enough money to pay for the loan for the incinerator plant. Okay, so we've got that dealt with. Let's also, again, I'm just going to go here into the industrial taxes. I think we can raise the taxes on furniture up to 14% and still make a profit. I think. We might lower the taxes on wood just slightly. Okay. And we're not making much money, but we are making money, which is important. Now the real question is, are we going to be able to keep making money as more and more people die from poor healthcare? Yes, I get it. Everyone's waiting for a bloody ambulance. But here's the thing, darlings. There's no ambulance coming. Your phone isn't the only thing about to die, Drazzy. I'd say like 90% of the population as well. Good lord. It's really, really disastrous. But we don't have a choice right now. We kind of just have to let that tick up. Which is not, you know, always the most entertaining thing either. That's kind of been my concern largely with this early part of the playthrough. It is very sluggish. It's 30 to 45 minutes for you to get to one IRL, not much different. I mean, this is the thing. Like, a small town like this probably wouldn't have its own medical facilities. It certainly wouldn't have its own incinerator plant. But I needed to have one because the landfill was bugged. We had a landfill that was as big as this whole thing, and it filled up immediately. I don't know how that happened. But it just was not handling the trash, and then the coal plant stopped producing energy because it was full of trash. It's just a nightmare. Wasteful people, truly. So wasteful. I thought I knew that I would be having some issues from the tile upkeep, because it can be very expensive, but it really is just service that's costing me so much money. The healthcare. People are just, they need so much healthcare, I guess. Right, let's... Oh my god. Everyone needs a bloody ambulance. Look, folks, even if it was up and running, we don't have this many ambulances. You might need to go to the hospital on your own. It's like every house. Oh my goodness. The population's dropping a little bit. Might be because people are dying. Just Uber yourself to the hospital. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's get rid of this and we'll start building another little, I guess, community here. So we have more houses. That's actually really dropped off our income too. Why is our income consistently just so rubbish? I mean, again, I know that people aren't able to work properly because of the healthcare, but for God's sake, game. Cut me a break. No, I can't be doing this actually because this is going to be expensive as hell. Sure, let's just put some more commercial here for a while. There we go. Bunch of shops. Shops where the forest once was. We're not making enough money. I need to get us out of this loan here. That's our issue. We're losing a significant portion of our income every month to this loan. We need to pay it off. But unfortunately, we don't have enough money to pay it off. I don't know how we're going to get enough money to pay it off. We're nowhere near the next milestone. That's not happening for ages at this point. And especially since I can't build anything else right now, from a purely financial standpoint. Look at that. We're going broke again. Why? Why? If we raise that... I can't lower these services anymore, so I don't know what's going on. I guess I could lower the fire... The fire budget's nothing, though. Like, in the grand scheme of things, from a monthly standpoint, that's negligible. I just need money to go up for a while. That's it. I just need it to go up. If we can make a couple 100,000 credits, I can absolutely fix everything. But until we make a couple 100,000 credits, I can't. Now, again, if we can hit this milestone, small city, that still wouldn't be enough. That still wouldn't be enough. And that's sort of my issue right now, is no matter what I do, I'm not going to have enough money. Okay, let's... And there we go. Again, it's just dropped significantly. It's because people are leaving. Because people are dying so quickly. Okay, fine. We have to take out more of a loan. There we go. Let's take that loan out. And I don't know how we're going to fix everything here, because we're going to have to put this on. Maybe we deactivate those sub-buildings, because I think they are currently costing us a fortune. But I think people are just, they're quite simply going to leave the city unless we get some healthcare going here. So, I mean, the budget's just, it's through the bloody roof. I can't afford that. I might just be screwed here. Like, this whole city might just be unsavable. Small medical clinic. You know what? Let's plop that right here. It's going to cost us a bit more money, but I'm going to wager that if we can get things fixing up. Nope. Okay, that's catastrophic. That is a huge amount of money we're losing. Why? Why are we losing so much money now? Come on, you people. Just start working. I'm not sure if it's just the efficiency, everything's tanking because so many people are sick. Efficiency is relatively high across most of these businesses. There's no companies in some of them, though. Ah. I see. These were built, but no one actually moved in because the taxes are so high. Okay. Let's lower taxes and take out a ridiculous loan. No, we'll lower taxes and we'll see how long we can survive with the lowered taxes. I don't anticipate surviving long, but we can always take out a loan and try to fix things. If needs must. I did raise the healthcare budget, yes? Let's get that back up to 100%. I don't care if we can't afford it. We're doing an experiment here. Since people are leaving our city so quickly right now, I'm curious to see if we can fix things just by throwing money at it. Again, we might have to take out another large loan, which I really don't want to do. But hopefully we see many of these healthcare symbols going away at some point. There are ambulances, aren't there? Evidently not enough. I really don't want to take out the loan if I don't have to. I think I will have to. But the longer I can wait without it, the better. Happiness is increasing. Money is definitely not increasing, and I'm surprised that the amount of people in the city isn't increasing either. Kind of expected people to start flooding back in. There's currently no demand for anything, so there's no point in me... Oh, that was quite a jump. I'm not going to complain. It looks like things got a little bit better there for a while. If we're only losing, 5,000 an hour, we could probably survive for a fair bit longer. Well, the ambulance is still, there's still so many people who need medical attention. Again, the clinics are open, people. We don't have a hospital anywhere in this town of less than 14,000 people, because that would be absurd. We don't have the scale for that. So you're going to have to walk to the clinic. Things are getting better. That is definitely better than it was. That is an improvement financially. Like, at that rate, we can actually survive for a little bit. We might not have to take the loan if things keep improving at this rate. Because again, if we can just turn it to positive... Nope, it's getting worse. It's getting worse again. But we might start to see some of these factories fill in now. We'll just trick a whole bunch of factories, a whole bunch of businesses into moving in. And then I'm going to raise the industrial taxes again. But first, we trick them in. You're happy to live in this city. Well, I'm glad to hear that, James Goodman. Somebody's happy. Somebody thinks I'm doing a good job. It's not even good education. We don't have colleges, and we only have these small schools. We have a small elementary school, which is jammed full. And same with the high school over here, jammed full. We can't afford to expand either of them right now, obviously. But they are definitely quite full. Okay, more paper factories for opening. That's good. That's what we want to see. Alright, the healthcare budget's full. And the taxes are low. And we've almost reduced it. We've reduced it to less than 1,000 lost per hour, which it doesn't sound very good, but it is. I'm going to take that as a win thus far. I really would like to get into the green so that we could pay off this this loan. Because if we can pay off our loan, we could definitely improve our overall finances. I mean, right now, we are losing a lot of money to loans. 200,000 a month. Nowhere near as much as we're paying on services, but we need our services. We don't, you know, want to be paying off a loan. It's just not a practical long-term thing. Why are people not moving into the bloody city? Come on, there's plenty of work here. What is wrong with you people? Fine, let's just expand this area over here. Build this out to here. And then I'm going to use this. Let me just get that straight. Good. Okay. Lovely. Now, let's just, again, just sort of go across here. Go across here. This all looks a bit rubbish. I can fix this all later. That's fine. Right now, what matters is just getting more people in here. More businesses, not people. Packing even more industry. Well, not industry, commercial. Into here, and look at that! We are actually, oh, no, we were. For a moment, we were actually making money. Wouldn't that be nice to be able to make some more money so we could pay off that bloody loan? Okay, I think we just have to wait for more people to get healed. It's a serious problem when you know, half your population's ill, more than half actually. As we know from you know, lockdown, it's kind of bad for business generally when everyone's sick. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Right now, again, people are still leaving. I wonder why. I didn't even realise you were back there, Hermes. She's been so polite. She's been so quiet for so long. When did you even get there? Alright, we're exporting electricity. We are making money. And frankly, I'm not worried about this, you know, cutting. Previously, we were losing money just because, you know, more and more people were getting sick. Businesses weren't running properly. Now we're going in the right direction. I don't think this is going to drop too dramatically on us. So that's good. People are complaining that there's no housing, but the only demand is for low density. Which I've been very explicit about. We're not planning more. Such a cute bird. Isn't she just? That means no one can see you over there. Don't you want your adoring fans to see your face? You're a good girl. I think she's a good girl. Off she goes. Lovely. Okay. Trend is good. Trend is good. Taxes are still a bit high, so let's lower the taxes on people down to 12%. We should still make a profit with that. It'll tighten our income rather, our purse strings, but not dramatically, and hopefully that will mean more people move in, and thus businesses can hire more people and make more money to give to me. That's what we want. Look at that. So I lowered the taxes and already we're making as much money as we were before I lowered them. Right, crime's a bit of an issue. I'm not as worried about that. The healthcare was a serious concern. The crime is, you know, whatever. Crime is whatever. I can't believe how close we've come to, like, just completely losing the game multiple times today. It's very difficult, this new Economy 2.0 patch. Pudge now makes kiss sounds against your cheek and informs you that he's a good boy. Oh, well, he's right about that. That is adorable. I love that he lets you know that he's a good boy. You know, I think I'll build like a bridge around here eventually. Wouldn't that be nice? It's not a concern for right now, though. Alright, people. Come on. Move back into your big towers and such. How else would you know? I think you'd know. I think you just instinctually know. I said I wasn't going to build this bridge now, but then I changed my mind. But I don't like that at all, so... Can I... No. Move it does not work for moving things upwards. Oh no, that's not the way we wanted to go. Alright, let's start from there. How's that look? I mean, it looks rubbish, really, but I do like it, conceptually. So we're going to leave that there for now, so that people can access that street. He's the best and goodest boy until he's not. Ah, but those moments where he's not are surely going to be the most entertaining ones, aren't they? Alright. We are making money still. There is demand for more commercial, which, I mean... Is that really a priority right now? I guess. What I'd really like to see is everyone just sort of, you know, get healed up. So we can make more money. Spoken like a true capitalist. Get healed up so I can make more money off of you. How can I exploit you if you're ill? Not from an ethical standpoint. You just have to, you know, it's difficult to exploit someone if they're dying. Well, it can be. Money makes the world go round. That clinking, clanking sound. Truly. Alright. We are still... we're making money, but people keep leaving. Or maybe they're just dying. Maybe I was just far too late in raising the healthcare budget and just so many people died. Everyone got COVID and died. Welcome to my beautiful city. Let's just turn those all into key walls. There we go. That's nice. We should watch Cabaret for a movie. Oh, Cabaret is so depressing. If I wanted to watch the inevitable march towards fascism, I'd look outside. Hermes, you're causing a little bit of a fit there. But this one has music. That is a selling point, certainly. Oh. Oh, Seafoam just tweaked our camera a little bit. That does look better. Thank you, darling. Why are you walking over to the industrial section with your dog? You're obviously not going to work. Oh, Hermes, hello. She's on camera now. Isn't that wonderful? Doesn't she look dignified back there? Alright, so, now that things are starting to get a little bit better, I'm going to start throwing all of my money back into paying this loan. Because the less loan we have taken out, the more money we make per hour, the more money we can throw back into paying off the loan. And lovely, less people are sick now. Still, the population's just crumbling, but, you know, can't win them all. I really need to do something. This commercial district looks terrible. It's just an atrocious block. But, you know, it's functional. That's what we need right now. We need a functional commercial district. One thing I will say, we could give it better access points. So right now, it's not very easily accessed. But if we do this, now it is. So the clinic is now easier to access, and so is this commercial district. Lovely. People down here can just walk around. One thing I love about this game is people really do use the paths you give them. They will, like, if we look at these paths here, they are all getting good use. All of them. I mean, keep in mind there's less than 14,000 people in this city. The footpaths are so busy. Once we can get buses in, I think honestly we can really cut down the use of roads so dramatically. Also, look at these lovely, like, Dutch-style houses. Aren't they gorgeous? I think the European row homes are my favourite. They do look lovely when they get to max tier. These are the North American ones. That's basically max tier, so that's 4 out of 5, and it still looks like that. It's just not as nice overall. Oh, and these ones are on fire. That's okay. The fire engine has arrived. They've done their job and now they're leaving. It's just, there we go. Problem solved. Lovely. We have another 10,000 we could just throw immediately into paying off a loan. Yes? That's not lowering the interest rate at all, so let's not bother. I'm just glad we've managed to salvage this. I thought we were actually going to have a game over there for a bit. Georgian design, yes, I'm quite fond of Georgian design generally. Can be a little bit simplistic at times, but it's much better than the minimalist designs you see elsewhere, like this. Look at this cube. This bland cube. Like, this is still a cube, functionally. But it has a nice roof. It has, you know, more decorative windows. This one's not bad. This is a little bit better. It looks more like a brownstone. Excellent. Can we lower the interest rate at all now? Can we just pay off a little bit more of our loan? We can lower the interest rate by 1%. Absolutely, let's do that. We'll make even more money by lowering the interest rate. Prefer Victorian. I generally do as well. Well, you know, it's a nice little town. I am quite chuffed with how it's turned out. And it has been pure chaos dealing with the budget. But I think we've kind of jumped ahead with it as a result. Like, we have this incinerator now. That's huge. And once we've paid off this loan, we're going to have a lot more money to work with. Can I build another high density right here? Let's see if that fills in. I know people want single unit households right now. That's what the demand is for. But frankly, I really don't want to build them. I really don't. Anywhere. Like, I'm looking around and thinking, where can I could build maybe like I could build some single family housing out around here, perhaps. Might not be terrible. But the problem is it will be far away from... Oh, bugger it, I don't care. It will be quite far away from city services, but it is zoned so that they can access here. You know what? If you want access to city services, you live in the city. It's that simple. If you have a problem with multi-family units, you're going to have to live out in the middle of nowhere. It's that simple, really. It's not my job to teach these people that they don't need a lawn of their very own in order to survive. Lovely little suburb. I don't know if I would ever call a suburb lovely. Not my style, personally. Alright, so people can go live out there if they really want to live in single-family housing. It's not my job to convince them to live with people. Well, the population is still declining. I don't know why. Our healthcare problems are sorted. Is it... They want us to pay for the police as well. How much is that going to change our overall budget? We're still making a profit with that. Okay. I'll increase the police budget to 100%. And maybe they can sort out some of the criminal elements. You'd think being on wheels would make you enjoy city living more, but you refuse. I mean, I don't need them, but I definitely am acutely aware of how inaccessible most cities are. Right, ramps almost nowhere. And yes, so many people, which I can't imagine is easier when you have something larger to navigate like a chair. Do we lower the interest rate by 1% again? Maybe we just hold on to the money for a little bit. Especially since the economy is still just... I mean, the people are still just not staying. I'm not sure if it's just... Well, I don't know what it is, but the people are not sticking around here. Let's just put more low-rent housing here. Oh, and holiday shopping is bad enough when you're walking, too. It's just... My goodness. So crowded. So unpleasant. And it seems like people just forget how to move properly. They become... impossible to work with, the general public. Let's just skirt this all over slightly. The fact that strangers even would shove you out of the way is just atrocious. My goodness. Some people are just... They don't deserve to be out in public. They should be kennelled. Alright, we can fix this now. There we go, now this is symmetrical, or close to it. I am so happy with how the money is going now. So let's, again, just pay back this loan some more. The more we can pay this back, the more money we can make per hour, the faster we can pay back the loan. So it's our highest priority at the moment. I'm so chuffed. So I didn't really show off this neighborhood much, but... So I did all this, and I think it looks absolutely charming, this little area here. It's not quite perfect. But, you know, you're not going to notice it's not quite perfect from the ground. Maybe from the sky, but not from the ground. And then there's a dog park right here, which is very busy. And in fact, there's so many people here, and not that many dogs. Surprisingly few dogs at the dog park. I think people just like going there, looking at dogs. I mean, I guess maybe that's the thing. It's with all the single-family homes, or with all the multi-family homes. Maybe the dogs aren't allowed to live there. So everyone just kind of goes to the dog park and watches other people's dogs for fun. Although, actually, one of the best parts about the new update to cities is that there's no more landlords. So they cut that from the economy, is the leeches, just sort of sapping the money. So there's no landlords to tell someone they can't have a dog. Oh, this is so good. We're making money. We're making money. I'm so chuffed. Also, do you like my parks? I really wish I could make this work as like a functional park so that people enjoyed it. It does not contribute to citizen happiness in the slightest, and it's a huge amount of space being used. But they do look good, don't they? All these parks. All this green space. You know, I really wanted this to be a city that's just full of green space. I mean, it's not really supposed to be a city at this point at all. It is just a great town. You'd think green space would add happy... Well, parks do. Parks functionally do, but this isn't a park, technically. So as far as the game is concerned, this is just an empty space where I haven't put anything. So it doesn't want to give me any credit for that. But you would think, like, having trees around the property would benefit. I think personally, the amount of trees around the property should have an impact on happiness. I know I'm a lot less happy if I don't have trees. We're still making a lot of money and still losing a lot of citizens. I don't know why people keep leaving. At this point, I'm not certain. Just keep paying that off. But whatever. I guess they'll move back soon. There's no demand at this point for anything. Are taxes too high? They might be a bit too high. If I lower the taxes on residential to 11%... No, let's go all the way to 10%. We're lowering the taxes to 10% on residential. Let's see if that causes people to move back in. And if this place gets crowded, we can raise them again to 11%. But as it stands right now, we're still making a profit. And we're at a very low tax rate. So That's good. That is very good. Now I just hope that means people will start moving back in. Because if this keeps dropping, I think this is going to start dropping. You know, if we lose all of our population, we're going to have a bit of a problem. But, like, I'm not seeing a lot of empty houses. Like, this one says high rent. Which, I mean, you're living at waterfront property, and you're living in... you're poor, and you've chosen to live on the waterfront. So, I don't know what to say about that, friend. Except that, you know, you might want to move to some slightly less desirable property. Like, somewhere over here. Next to the coal power plant. There's low rent housing right here, in fact. Actually, this says they're wealthy. These wealthy people living in this low rent housing. How does this come to pass? That's so wrong. Alright. Still losing population. We've lowered the taxes so low now. Is it the service fees? I can't afford to get rid of the service fees because they're what's making our monthly budget actually positive. If I could get rid of the loan interest, though, we'd be much better off. Are all of these filled? That's an important question. Do we have, like, empty buildings here? I don't think we do. So we might be able to jack up the industrial taxes just ever so slightly. A hair. We can increase the industrial taxes a hair. Just by one unit. Lovely. It's rare to have, like, no demand whatsoever. Like, I'm not certain what's causing it. Is it the crime? I mean, crime's not that bad, though. Like, we have crime. It's true, but it's not like it's... How catastrophic is crime? Maybe let's look at that. Is there a button for crime? Show me the crime. Happiness. Yeah, you know, that's not bad. Population. That's not helpful information. Household wealth. Commercial profitability. I mean, these all look like they're making a nice profit. This is definitely making a nice profit. Very good. But we are making money, we're just losing people. Which is an acceptable trade-off. We can lower the interest rate by 0.2 whole percentages. Not even a whole percent, but, you know, we're making more money with every passing hour, so that's good. That's very good. I'm going to have to tweak a lot of these things. This place is far from perfect. But Seafoam is now chewing on my hand, which tells me they're hungry, which tells me it's probably dinner time. Yes? Am I correct? So, before they eat me, I should probably go, because I do need both of my hands. So, my darlings, thank you for joining me on this budget balancing adventure, as we have attempted to... Hello. As we have attempted to make sure that we have a functioning society. It has been quite the trial. But you know, we are in the green, and I think over time we will slowly make enough money to pay off this loan of $1.7 million. Almost $1.7 million. And once we do that, we're going to have a surplus of money. A surplus of money that we can start, you know, throwing back into our own industries. So that is going to be wonderful. So I hope you darlings come back and join me for more of that in the future. Because... slapped by a bird. Because once we've done that, it's going to really open up what we can do with the game. We can probably start setting up, you know, like a second... Oh my god, there's crime over at the rail yard. We can probably start... Mail handling is -10... I'm so confused. But we'll fix that up later. And we'll start building small communities all across this map and linking them all together with trains. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Am I playing this on Friday? No. This Friday, I will be playing, I think it has been decided that myself and Marie and Kyle will be playing Strange Brigade, which I've never played before. But it is on sale and it has been suggested. So we will be playing that on Friday. It's a nice change of pace. You know, a nice shooty game. Who doesn't like that? So that's something to look forward to. We will be back here in City Skylines on Monday, most likely. Maybe on the weekend if I'm feeling up to it. Today I've decided to play this instead of something a little bit more exciting, just because I wanted to play something very relaxed, very laid back. And, you know, if it's another rainy day on the weekend, perhaps we'll be back here again, trying to sort out our budget. Again, we're in the right ballpark right now. We need just more people to move in. Which I don't know how we're going to draw more people in at this point. We've lowered the taxes rather substantially. Once we've paid off this loan, then we can probably invest some money in, you know, subsidies or something to drag more people into town. But for now, we are quite limited by our finances. It'll all be better by the time we play a game, though. I'll have the game... Oh, good, we're over 10,000 an hour! And that's with our services up at full, isn't it? Except for transportation. But fire and rescue is full, police is full, health and death care. Garbage is also quite low. But the garbage is working just fine, even if it is quite low, because we have this ridiculous, massive incineration plant. So even if it's operating at 28% efficiency, it's still too big for us. You're getting impatient for dinner too? I'm waffling when I should be off getting food for my beloveds. So, my dears, I am going to leave you for now. But thank you once again for coming and joining me for some city planning. I look forward to planning a little bit more of our lovely Saffton with you in the future. And I hope you're looking forward to it as well. Ta for now, my darlings. And goodbye. Mwah.